Hello, my pretties. It's little ol' me, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. If you've seen last week's episode, good for you. But if you haven't, let me bring you up to speed. Hey, what are you looking at? Oh, you pervert. Ahem, like I said. Special Agent Carter Sauce survived a night in the house on Haunted Hill, but now he's got another problem to worry about. He, along with a retired general, a biker chick, a cop, and a combat medic, are trapped in a mall surrounded by the living dead. Can these survivors get out alive? Or will they be dead by dawn? Find out as we take a look into George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead.
I miss you guys. But I'll see you again. Soon. Hello? Anyone here? Hello? Jesus Christ, where is everyone? Huh? What's that? Excuse me, sir, I was hoping you could... Oh. You've got to be fucking kidding.
But I'm gonna break.
There's no way this is happening again.
Whoa, whoa, don't shoot!
Get down!
Holy shit, thanks, man! Do you know what the fuck is going on here?
We can figure that out later. For now, we need to get to my car fast. Here we go again. Ugh, god damn it. More fucking zombies? How can the same shit happen to the same guy twice?
Wait, you've encountered zombies before? Oh, that's just great. Just when I thought the night couldn't get any worse. First, my motorcycle runs out of gas, forcing me to hike a couple miles to buy some. But now the undead are roaming the area. What's next?
Yeah, I've got a knack for attracting the supernatural. But I didn't expect this. Look, let's just focus on getting out of the area. Who knows how far this horde has spread? And hopefully we can find other survivors. That being said, caution is the first priority.
You sound pretty experienced. Are you a cop or something?
More like an agent, of sorts. I'm Carter, ma'am, at your service.
I'm Sarah Ann, but you can call me Buffy.
You know how to shoot a gun, Buffy?
I went out with some friends once. You know that game where you shoot small metal balls at targets? Probably sounds silly to someone with your experience.
Here you go. This isn't a game anymore. Time for the real thing, sweetheart.
Hey, look over there, on top of the mall. Looks like there's survivors hunkering down. Should we go?
Well, looks like that's our only option right now. Let's do it.
Carter, we got deadheads closing in fast.
Remember, shoot for the heads.
Hey, you two, get in here, quick! Hurry, let's go! You guys all right?
Aside from almost becoming a human Happy Meal with this lovely biker chick as the cherry on top, yeah, we're fine.
Easy there, cowboy. At least buy me dinner first before buttering me up.
Well, it's good you're all right. I'm guessing you spotted our distress signal from the roof?
Yeah, that was a smart move. Let's just hope the undead freak bags don't get smart enough to read. Has anyone else managed to make their way here?
Yeah, there's not many of us. Just me, a combat medic, and a retired army general. Follow me. I'll introduce you to them. Oh, I'm Rick, by the way.
Nice to meet you. I'm Special Agent Carter Sauce, and this is Buffy.
Hi there, nice to make your acquaintance, Sheriff.
A special agent, huh? Well, you and the general might get along pretty well. What agency are you with?
That's a bit complicated. But let's just say this isn't my first rodeo with the undead.
Aaron, General, we've got guests. This is Buffy and Special Agent Carter Sauce.
Were any of you scratched or bitten before you got here?
Nope.
I would have been if Special Agent Carter Sauce here didn't save me. But no, I'm clean.
Special agent, huh? So what are the fucking feds saying about this undead flesh bag invasion?
I'm not associated with any government agency. It's complicated, but I've seen these things before. But the ones responsible for creating them are dead. So I don't know how they're here.
Have you tried contacting anyone from outside the area?
We've tried, but no luck. Phone lines are down and cell towers are out of commission. The only thing we have is an old CB radio. Sadly, it doesn't work, and we've been unable to fix it.
Here, let me try something. Sam. Hello, Sam. Do you read me? Hello. Damn. No signal. You know, this is feeling very familiar, but I can't figure out why.
So what do we do now?
Well, I reckon we ought to maintain a defensive posture and hold our position in case there's a counterattack. And then we'll link up with some reinforcements. I don't even know what I just said.
Yeah, me either. You sound like a fucking greenhorn fruitcake. But it could be worse. You could be a private with a sick fetish for furry tea parties or some sick shit like that.
Just, what the hell were you talking about, Overlord?
Carter, are you okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm alright. I'm just reminiscing. I miss my friends. And there's something I can't get out of my head. I've got a lot on my mind, and it doesn't help we haven't been able to contact anyone.
Guys, come quick! It's bad! It's real bad!
What's going on? What's the emergency?
I was able to get the CB working, and I picked up on an emergency transmission from the feds. They're saying the outbreak is spreading out past the quarantine zones they've apparently established. So the plan is to launch a small arms nuke, wiping the town off the map. We've got 2 days to book it.
God damn it, those bastards. I'm gonna try this again. Come on, goddammit, someone pick up.
Carter? Is that you? Where the hell have you been? You've been radio silent for the past couple weeks.
Jesus Christ, thank God. Daner, listen. I'm trapped in a mall located in this small town somewhere in California. There's an ass ton of zombies roaming the area like a goddamn apocalypse. I need an immediate evac as soon as possible. A nuke is gonna get dropped, destroying the entire town.
Just hang tight, Carter. We'll lock onto your location and get you out of there.
Just make it fast, Daner. I don't want to become a spit-roasted human kebab like my last date.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you had to make it weird, you fucking furry. Anyways, stay safe. We'll get to you soon.
10-4, see you soon. Whoa, what the hell are you guys doing?
Enjoying our last supper before we're turned into barbecue. Care to join?
Are you fucking kidding me? After surviving as long as we did, you're just gonna throw in the towel and take the ass whooping laying down?
Look, son, we've been trapped here for the past 2 weeks. We've barely decreased the number of dead heads surrounding us. But running out there is suicide. What do you expect us to do?
We fight! We keep pushing forward! Giving up is not an option, damn it! Look, I have an exfil en route. We get to the evac point and breathe a sigh of relief. But if we want to do that, we need to gear up and get ready to kick ass.
All right, Agent. All right. So what's the plan? What do you need?
Guns. Lots of guns.
All right, boys and girls, let's lock and load and send these freak bags back to hell. What the fuck was that?
Well, it's the feral file in a batch of undead chow. How have you been, scumbag?
Oh, you've got to be shitting me.
And who the hell are you?
The wicked bitch of the West. How are you still alive, Muriel?
I'm like you annoying lichen. I'm a survivor with a vendetta. You see, this little zombie infestation was just a warm-up exercise. With the Overlord gone, there's a power vacuum, one I intend to fill. But I needed to establish a foundation, and thus, here we are.
This is all because of... you? Also, you could flex your powers and show off for your dark ether minions? Innocent lives lost so you could show how badass you are? You're a goddamn monster.
I think we've heard enough of your voodoo bullshit for one day.
Voodoo? Ah ha 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 ha. I'll show you voodoo, pathetic worms. Enjoy your last day on Earth. Ah ha 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 ha.
Oh shit! She destroyed the barriers! The mall has been breached!
Zombies. Ladies and gentlemen, at times like these, our capacity to retaliate must be and has to be massive to deter all forms of aggression. People, lock and load.
We need to hold this position like the goddamn Alamo until my extraction team can pick us up.
Well then, boys, let's slay some stiffs.
You're hit. You're bleeding, man. I ain't got time to bleed.
So, what do you guys think?
Dude, I was laughing balls like half the time.
No, I thought that was my question. What do you guys think? Come on,
I liked it. I liked it.
Listen,
You said something about a fucking furry something.
furry tea party.
Yeah, just for the record, I did not put that in the script.
Yeah,
the words of Michael Roker, that ain't in the script.
Yeah, we're writing a new one.
Let me ask you a question. My left arm has the tape on it. What character? What's that from?
I literally just found that online. Just
Oh,
a
okay.
picture of a bandage. Yeah.
Yeah, but I really did like. I like the idea of what's been going on. Like, so what do you think so far? What do you think, Peter?
I like it. Let me, if you don't mind, revealing the curtain. Is that like, do you AI that with all the voices and everything? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yep.
It's amazing. Like, does it kick out the script, or you actually write that from the beginning?
So I type it up in the program, and then it reads it off. Basically.
You use OpenAI or Chat GPT?
So the app is called Cloney Voice AI.
Okay.
It's on the Google Play Store, and
okay.
I've been using it for a while now.
Yeah,
we're going on about what, 2 years, guys?
Yeah, 2 years,
give or take. Let's see. Not quite 2 years, I'd say, because first time was almost. Fuck, I'd say closer to 1.5, because first time was Carter's first birthday stream that one time.
Yeah, that's right.
So that was less than 2 years ago. So yeah,
Yep. Getting pretty close to it.
And again, I'm the only one who's using his real voice.
I was going to say, Danner's got the best fucking voice here, and he's barely in the thing. So that wasn't it kind of sounded like me, but it didn't. Was that like an AI version of my voice?
Yeah, so that audio recording that you sent me, basically the way the program works is I take a voice sample, and then it basically just tries to recreate it.
Right.
I'm going to have to do some more editing with it, just because the original audio was a little low. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it through my audio editing program to see if I can enhance it, to see if I can get it closer to your actual voice.
Is there remember like Mission Impossible? They had to say like 15 words, and that's supposed to be the words that.
Yeah,
Someone can
so
copy. Yeah.
so the way that the program works is it needs at least 30 seconds of audio to accurately create a voice. And it's not always accurate. Like there are
Right.
some voices that work better than others. Like Danner's voice has been consistent on sounding really good.
Yeah. Plus, like inflection and stuff. Like how does it know? You know.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it because here's the thing. The way I wanted to sort of do things, I noticed that like Good Real Hunting, they have their skits, and they're really good skits. The problem for us is we can't exactly do that because, well, 1/3 of us is up in the Great North, so
Great White North.
Yeah, the Great White North. So doing skits was kind of out of the question in that aspect. So I was like, you know what? I was just gonna have a little bit of fun doing these little story things here and there. And it eventually blossomed into, well, what we got now, starting with Carter's birthday stream and Joe Biden stalking him.
Yeah. Yeah. But so if you know the characters, so we have Peter Anthony's character, General Bragbauer, not to be confused with the one from Roseblood. That's totally different. Or it could be a twin. Or a twin. It could be a twin.
Here's the thing.
You could have a twin.
He has both eyes.
It's
Yeah,
true, but
yeah.
well, you'll see. You'll see.
But apart from that, we have him. We have Rick Grimes or Rick Lincoln.
It's Rick Grimes. Everybody
we got
recognizes the name.
Rick Grimes, Rebecca Chambers, and we got
Grimy. Is that what you said?
No, I said grimy.
Grimy.
Yeah. We have Rick Grimes, Rebecca Chambers from Resident Evil 0, Sarah Michelle Gellar from Call of the Dead, the zombie game, and basically just us in there, and Muriel, which somehow she's back from the dead, which is kind of weird.
I love seeing Danner's reaction.
Watch your damn mouth.
Her little laugh is so awkward and weird too.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
It's
the
funny
the laughter is always where the dialogue always gets a little.
It kind of works though because it's so like off the beaten path that it kind of works.
And cartoony. That's why I leave it there. I mean, look, you guys don't hear like the B-roll or like the cutting room floor audio because the program is good. It's pretty good. It can nail some voices very well. That being said, there are some times where the program will completely wig out and it will do something completely different. Like for you, Peter, I deleted this audio because I don't keep the B-roll, the messed up audio, but I was getting you to say the fruit cake line. And for whatever reason, the program decided in mid-sentence to raise your voice to that of a squeaking sound. Just out of nowhere.
Right.
And I'm like, what the fuck was that? There were no exclamation points in the dialogue. But
what's the line again?
So it was something about a fruitcake.
I was gonna
furry tea party. Like you sound like a fucking greenhorn fruit cake. But it could be worse. You could be a private with a sick fetish for furry tea parties or some shit like that.
Weird.
I don't know. It sounded like something you would say, like an army general that's like, just give me my goddamn cigar.
Yeah. I don't care if you cure fucking cancer.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And basically, whenever I write the stories, apparently they are 14 pages long because 95% of the stories of the intro and the outros are basically visual. Like you're trying to get like a visual, go into like a visual. If you're reading it, you try to visualize what it is apart from the lines and stuff.
Right. It's not dialogue.
Yeah.
It's action.
Yeah, exactly. Or just you read it, just picture out how you want it to go.
The way scripts are formatted, like when you use whatever software you use, if you use the correct ones, they're formatted that way with that spacing in that way, so that each page is usually 1 minute. But
Right.
if you have more action, it could be 2 minutes, but it's pretty fucking accurate. Like when you write a script that's 90 pages, it's usually an hour and a half. So that's why it's formatted like that. So you know.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but anyway,
dude, we're gonna be up till fucking 1 a.m. I've been going to sleep at fucking like 10, so that's fucking rock, dude. I went to a job interview in Baltimore, and I had to get up at 3 in the morning,
right.
2 days in a row.
I'm about to do that. But greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome to Frightful February, where all February long we watch horror movies, which will lead up to March to Mordor. I hope.
It will.
I hope
it will.
Yep.
March to Mordor. He's referring to our upcoming Lord of the Rings watch-along series. We're going to have a special guest, Michael, or Wolfman from Mega Movie Z. So he's going to be joining us. We're going to watch the 3 Lord of the Rings films, extended versions, of course, because that is the only way to watch those.
Oh, the last one, extended version's like 5 fucking hours, ain't it?
Well, more like 4 hours, but I mean, it's
yeah,
close enough.
because I was in a movie theater and it was 3.5.
Yeah,
4?
that was the theatrical.
Yeah, but I could have sworn the thing was like 4.5 or 5. The extended.
I mean, it can feel like it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, not to the point where it's monotonous as hell, though.
Oh no, of course not. It ain't boring. That's for sure. There's a
Fuck
lot to indulge in. You know?
When Samwise said bye to Frodo, it was I was pretty emotional. I'm not an emotional guy. I was like, damn it, get up, don't go on the boat. What are you doing? You know,
Frodo wouldn't have gotten far without Sam.
Yeah. Now I never read the book, but supposedly he's going to like be eternal, basically, with them, correct?
Yeah, in a way.
Yeah.
Something like that. So I never knew. I didn't know where he was going. They'd be like, oh, in the book, it's like he becomes like an elfish, like he lives forever where they go. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. Yep. So
but yeah, that's where things are leading for the story.
Yeah. I'm your host, special
or the streams.
Yeah. I'm your host, Special Agent Carter Sauce. I am basically the butt of the jokes of the intros and outros as usual. But
unless we're talking about Danner and his love for Anya Taylor-Joy.
Hey,
it's not really much of a joke. That's more like.
Have you seen the pictures? Have you seen the pictures? I mean, come on.
Danner, I'm a huge fan myself, bro.
Probably.
I just watched the menu again the other day.
Not as much as me though. This guy just makes it worse.
Oh yeah. I make it so much worse.
But yeah, Menu, great movie.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Joining me are my fellow agents, Special Agent from the North, Special Agent Danner, the Giraffe Slayer Banner, who hates giraffes with a passion but loves Anya Taylor-Joy. What's up?
Not related.
Greetings, exalted ones.
And Special Agent Spooky Clutter, who is basically the mastermind behind the intros, outros, thumbnails, and stories.
It's not even basically.
For basically for everything. Basically for whenever we do our streams.
Hello there.
And we have a very special guest joining us. If you know who he is, good for you. If you don't know who he is, you've been living under a rock and you need to be educated. He's a writer, producer, director, and an actor. You know him as Ken Slater in Vengeance Bloodlines Part 2, James Dyer from The Fall of Camp Blood, General Brackbauer from Roseblood, and he's the man, the myth, the legend, the Cubano Italiano, bald-headed, cigar-smoking son of a bitch, Peter Anthony.
Thank you,
doing,
man.
buddy?
Good. I love that little last outtake there, man. That reminded me of like Apollo Creed in 1 when he kept going with, or 4 when he kept going with the names, you know? Yeah, I like that.
And he just wrapped up filming with his Roseblood and Vengeance co-star Sine Loutless.
Sinai Lucis.
Thank you.
Yep.
Sorry about that. With wrapping up The Death of Snow White. Good. Congrats, by the way.
I have an accent that I spent hundreds of dollars with an accent coach on. So hopefully when it comes out, it works.
Yep. And if you haven't seen it, this is a gift given to me by Peter Anthony, Vengeance Bloodlines Part 2 in VHS classic style. Thank you again, by the way.
You're welcome.
Now, if you all have seen the thumbnail or seen the intro or what it's about, we are watching the classic 1978 film Dawn of the Dead, written, directed, and edited by the great grandfather of zombies himself, George A. Romero, rest his soul.
Yes, sir.
But before we dive in, can we take a moment of silence to thank this man? If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have zombies. we wouldn't have the zombie genre. We'd just be bored out of our minds.
Okay, I'll do it.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. No Resident Evil, no Call of Duty, none of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for him, like it's because of this movie, Dawn of the Dead is filmed 10 years after Night of the Living Dead. And if it wasn't for George A. Romero, we wouldn't have the zombie genre. We wouldn't have Dead Rising, Dead Island, Resident Evil, Call of Duty Zombies, Plants vs. Zombies, Zombie Ate My Neighbors.
Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. If it, like I said, he is the grandfather of the zombie genre. And if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have this. Oh, and Dying Light. Don't forget.
The Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead
yeah.
too. That too. Oh yeah, lots of zombie films. World War Z.
Tanner's like, zombie scary.
Yeah,
and I'm just not the biggest fan of zombies, but that's not a knock at Romero. It's just the concept has just never really gotten under my skin like it has for others. For me, it's just the entertainment and just blowing zombies away. Like in video games, I could do that. Like Dead Rising, because you mentioned that was a good game and clearly heavily inspired by this for obvious reasons.
Yeah, zombies in a mall. Duh.
Yeah. Hey, Zombies Ate My Neighbors. They had a level.
Well, it's also important to mention, I know Carter's already briefly touched on it, but Call of Duty Black Ops 2011 in their DLC cycle, they released a zombies map called Call of the Dead, which actually stars George A. Romero as the boss zombie. He does the voice for the character, has his likeness. Fantastic zombies map. If you've never played Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies, you need to pick it up and play Call of the Dead. If you like George Romero, you're going to get a good kick out of that map. I promise you.
Exactly.
Fucking A.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So anyway, with watching the highest quality Blu-ray uncut or complete cut with a runtime of 2 hours, 34 minutes, and 53 seconds. Are we all ready?
Yeah, yes. I'm looking at a red rug here.
Yeah, shag carpet.
Yeah, tell me when to hit play.
I like red rug. Just rolls right off the tongue. Red rug.
Yeah, okay. All right. Getting ready with the countdown.
Oh, I gotta mute this thing, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You can mute it or just try not to let your audio pick it up. But proceeding with the countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh, holy shit. That's loud.
How you doing, Kyle? Saying what's going on.
Hey, Kyle.
Guys?
I wonder if the subtitles will actually be right this time.
Good question. Hey, we got another person in the chat, Rez. And if you see Event Horizon,
hey, Rez.
Hey, I love that.
Oh, yeah.
Love it. Just watch it last month.
Not in a fucking long ass time.
See, the weird thing is, anytime I see Sam Neill, all I can think about is either Jurassic Park or Event Horizon. And then when I watch Jurassic, but I go to Jurassic Park after watching Event Horizon, and suddenly it's like, my God, I'm expecting him to start killing the people and the dinosaurs.
Did you guys ever see the sex orgy in Event Horizon that wasn't released?
I have not.
No. Like when they cut back and show the people's eyes hanging out and like all the bloody crazy shit?
Yeah.
That's from a sex orgy 6-minute scene that they cut out of it.
Well, I can understand why they cut it out.
Yeah.
Probably because the movie probably would have been given an X rating.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Rez says he's a decent actor. Yeah,
That's Romero right there.
Too bad. Oh, yeah, it is. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad they wasted him in Jurassic World Dominion.
Yeah. I mean, I'd argue he was also kind of wasted in Jurassic Park 3 because, they just throw his arc right out the window. And Statler's arc.
What's the movie he's in? I have it. It's one of my favorite ever, where he comes alive in the books. Do you read Sutter Kane?
Oh, you're talking about In the Mouth of Madness.
Yeah, I just watched it. Last month. I love that movie, dude. Yeah.
That was a pretty crazy movie. Kind of reminded me of Hellraiser just a bit.
Scary. Yeah.
You ever watch John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness?
Oh yeah.
I love that one.
That one's so underrated. Most people don't know about it.
Yeah, I mean it's unique. Like it's clearly trying to tell like a story about the devil, but it's the way they present it is much different than your typical like you have The Omen or The Exorcist, and it has a very specific way of showing off demons and the devil, things like that. But Prince of Darkness, I mean, it was really unique, showing off that green tube, and then having the other side be this dark place, and you have that really big demon hand coming out of the window of the mirror.
They play on mirrors a lot. I use that in Laugh, so I love that. I wish I hate remakes, but I can't imagine if that movie was done with a big budget, it would be even better.
Maybe. The only thing is, though, it's like one of the things that makes that movie work is Donald Pleasance.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Like I love him as the preacher, and I don't think anyone else can really capture that. But with remakes, they try and reinvent certain things, so they could probably do something, like a unique spin. Get the right person to do it.
Like, if you think about it, you make that movie, right? You don't have a big budget, so Donald Pleasance, he's your star, so you're going to revolve it around him,
Right? Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's almost what they did with Halloween.
Yeah,
in a
way. we could have seen Halloween with Peter Cushing. Think about that. That would have been something. And see, it would have been extra special because if you think about when he played as Van Helsing in the Hammer Dracula films, like, I mean, come on. Or even the Hammer Frankenstein films, right?
But things turned out for the best because
no argument there.
I mean, obviously Pleasance. I mean, like, let's be real here. That's what most people are going to know him for anymore.
Yeah.
Like, unless you want to count Blofeld from You Only Live Twice, which is, I think, is an underrated Sean Connery Bond movie. You get to fucking see the guy for the first time, and it's Donald Pleasance as a Bond villain. What else do you need? But
very true.
But also, if Peter Cushing did play fucking, Loomis, who the hell would play Tarkin?
Well, remember, Star Wars came out in 1977.
Yeah, but remember, that's why he was unable to do it.
Okay.
So he was already doing Star Wars, so he didn't have time to do that. So
what you're trying to say is
you got to wonder who else could have been the one to say, "You may fire when ready."
Donald Pleasance.
Yeah,
just switch him.
Good one.
I mean, it'd be weird.
Maybe
if the multiverse is a real thing in some alternate universe, then Donald Pleasance was Grand Moff Tarkin.
Well, you want to go multiverse? There's probably a universe where Christopher Lee played Tarkin.
Apology accepted. I love that scene.
Yeah.
Christopher Lee is Grand Moff Tarkin. That would be something.
It could work. Maybe. But
Rez has a question. He says, thoughts on From Dusk Till Dawn? I like it. It's like Predator in the sense of part of what makes Predator so iconic is that it was a genre blending film. And From Dusk Till Dawn captures that too, because the first half of From Dusk Till Dawn, it's like a crime thriller. You got two criminals that, have a family hostage. There's no horror aspect, like supernatural horror, right? But you get to the middle of the movie, and that's where the switch gets flipped, and boom, now we got vampires.
I can't imagine. I don't remember, recall off my brain a movie that changed gears so dramatically that far.
Predator. Yeah, I mean,
kind of, but I know, but I don't know. At least they're still in the jungle. They're still shooting,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, but then again, with Predator, and I've mentioned this many times here, what really helped cement that tone shift was who they killed first, and they killed the comic relief guy. Like no more, geez, you got a big pussy joke. No more of that shit. Like once he's dead, the gloves are off.
That was Shane Black, the writer of Predator, right? The other Predator.
Yeah. Ghost Predator, ghost writer of Predator, supposedly writer of Lethal Weapon. And as for that other Predator movie, let's just not talk about that, okay? like ever. I
They're
mean,
making a new Predator, the Primal one, right?
Badlands or something
They
like that?
got 2 new Predator movies coming out this year. One of
What?
them is called Badlands, and
Yeah.
the other is a separate one. From what I heard, Predator Badlands is supposed to star Ellie Fanning.
Yeah. Yep.
If you guys ever seen the movie Super 8,
She was a little girl.
right.
I just
So,
I just know that's Dakota Fanning's sister. That's all I know.
right. So she's in that movie, but apparently this other Predator movie, which is being done by the same director that did Prey, as well as the one that's going to be doing Badlands. This other Predator movie is apparently going to be Predator focused. It's going to be somewhat similar to how the apes are portrayed in Planet of the Apes, where you're following their story. As to what extent they're going to do it, I'm not sure, but I like it. I know not everybody does, because people like to say, like, oh, the Predator should be kept mysterious and all this and that. It's like, look, listen.
We've got our mystery.
Predator.
It's unwrapped.
Predator can be transformative.
Whoa!
If you go to the expanded material, like the comics and the video games that follow the Predator side of things, it's very interesting because Predator isn't one of those movie monsters that's a mindless killing machine. There's intelligence behind them, right? So it's not unrealistic to say have a movie that follows the Predator as the main character. You're following one Predator or a group of Predators' journey while they're doing a hunt or something, you know?
Yeah. When that Prey came out, right? People like, well, since they went back and went to, American Indians, they were like, well, how great would it for him to be in different timelines? The best one I heard, which would make the greatest movie, because you said it yourself just now, the Predator isn't just a killer. And to me, he has honor, right?
Mm-hmm.
He won't kill you unless you're armed. Samurai. If he was in Japan with samurais, holy fuck, would that make a
Oh,
great?
yeah.
It kind of writes itself, you know?
Well, here's a cool one for you. So, Ilphonic for Friday the 13th. Well, they also did Predator Hunting Grounds. Unfortunately, that game kind of fell flat on its face. It's a fun game.
Get repetitive, yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. It can be fun, but besides that, they made a Predator character called the Samurai Predator, where he's fully decked out in samurai armor. He's got his own samurai mask. He's got a katana as well. It's a really cool looking character. He's even got his hair done up in a like a bow or a knot. It's a pretty cool thing, and I like the idea of a Predator going to feudal Japan. It's a really cool idea.
Yeah.
If they're going to do it, I don't know. People are kind of like mixed. There's an actor, and I forget his name, but he's a fairly famous Japanese actor. He was in the 2013 Wolverine film. He was the son. I can't even remember his name. I'm trying to think of what else he was in. He was in Rush Hour 3 as the main villain. He was Jackie Chan's adopted brother.
Fuck, that guy was in John Wick Chapter 4.
So people have been
and he played Scorpion in the Mortal Kombat movie.
Yes, there you go. So people are wanting him to be the guy to go up against the Predator.
Oh, you talking about Ip Man? The guy who played Ip Man, IP Man.
Was he an Ip Man? I can't.
He's the blind guy in John Wick 4. Is that what you're saying?
No, that was Donnie Yen.
Donnie Yen, yeah, okay, my bad.
That's not the.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. He was also in The Last Samurai. I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
So people want him to star in a Predator movie and take on, like, I've seen this post 100 times on Facebook and Twitter. They're saying like they want him to be a Ronin, like where his master was killed by a Predator, and the story would follow him chasing down the Predator that killed his master. To have like a fight.
That'd be cool.
I like the idea.
Badass.
Yeah, and the Predator wouldn't shoot his missile unless somebody shot arrows at him. You know, you can kind of like see how it play out.
Right.
Yeah.
Res says so. That last fight in Predators, where that Yakuza fights the Predator, pretty much, but have it in a full-fledged movie set in feudal Japan.
That I love. The thing I love about Predators too, the music from the original, and that scene with the Yakuza fighting him was basically the same as Billy fighting him in one.
Right.
You know, I like how they did that.
Yeah. I know not everybody likes that movie, but
I love that movie. I watch it all the time.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been better. Right. It does have some problems, like they wasted Lawrence Fishburne, I think. make
Yeah, he
him
was
just
weird.
this crazy
Too weird.
kook. Like it's no.
Why does he invite them in to then smoke them out? It doesn't make any fucking sense.
I still think they wasted the classic Predator.
Oh yeah,
Like that part was a big slap in the face, and he was played by fucking Derek Mears.
Derek
Like,
Mears.
That was
all that hype, and he goes down pretty easily. I mean, the only thing that makes it slightly less infuriating than, you don't hear that fucking whining noise.
Yeah, that's true.
They did the mud cover up like one. The only thing that with the Predator, I agree it should have been a more epic fight, but he's kind of beat up and half dead and hanging there and starving. So in my mind, that's kind of why he lost early or easy. But I agree.
It's just the hype. It just didn't live up to that. Like you're getting excited.
From a point, that makes sense. It's just the thing that's the classic Predator. That is the first. I mean, that it's not the same one, but it's the similar enough. It's of the same species, right?
Right.
And they built this up. They have that really cool sequence where they have the music swell up as he's armoring up. It's like, oh my god, we're about to see a freaking fight go down. But then they just kind of piss it away, And then Adrian Brody's left standing. It's like, man, come on. I mean, I don't mind Adrian Brody. It's just that's the freaking classic Predator.
Yeah, he got shredded for that. He got pretty good shape for that.
Yeah, for sure.
I still think he lacked the charisma for a Predator movie.
Yeah.
At least as the lead. Sipping ice. Yo, hope everyone's doing good. Flex sent me. Hey, well, appreciate you coming by. How you doing? Welcome to the Dark Ether Files.
Damn. Watching Dawn of the Dead while talking about Predator.
Hey, that's like the best thing, right?
Did you see this guy was going to kill himself? He put the gun to his cheek. Like, who the fuck would shoot yourself in the cheek like that?
It's like one of the worst places you do it.
You might
exactly.
I want Predator versus Batman animated.
Hey, speaking of bullet going through the cheek, that's how Nicholson's Joker got made. Remember the bullet? Ricochet went through his fucking cheeks.
Yeah, you're right. Also, you guys were thinking Hiroyuki Sanada. Thank you. That is his name.
Good call, Rez. Good call.
Thank you very much. You guys think that Predator 2 didn't deserve all the hate it got? I thought it was pretty good for the setting.
When it came out, nobody hated it.
Predator 2 is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, look, I get people were still attached to the first one. The idea of being in an isolated scenario where you're basically shit out of luck. Predator is very much like a Friday the 13th type slasher film where you're in an isolated place, nobody's going to come help you, you have a mass killer that's racking up a body count. And people found that it was a big tone shift with Predator 2 because it was set in the city. The thing is, I liked where it transitioned to. I like the idea because it's still a jungle. Even though there's a lot of people, there's still a feeling of isolation
jungle.
Because ultimately, in the end, this Predator is wasting everybody. And I think that opening scene where the Predator just takes out all of the drug guys, that sets the tone. Like, okay, you have these guys once again setting up the whole scenario of you have a heavily armed crew that should technically be the victors, but they get their asses kicked, right? It's setting that tone that, okay, this is a similar situation to the first film, but now we're in what's supposed to be a safer place, right? Less isolation. Predator 2 is awesome. It expands on the lore good enough, and it's very much like the first film with the sort of genre shift, where instead of a 80s action film, where Arnold's gunning down people left and right, now it's a cop film.
Yep. Plus, the end was there's two great things at the end. We'll do number 2 first. The old gun, which basically tells you that they've been around forever, right? It was like the World War or whatever, the American Revolution gun. And then the skull of the alien, which basically set that all off with the fans and comic books and so on and so forth, movies.
Very much like Freddy versus Jason, with Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah.
People love to compare it. Yeah. It's true.
Yeah, and Predator 2 did it a lot better, just saying.
A lot better. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no arguments there. Of course, I do find it funny that both times we had to wait until the early 2000s to get the crossovers.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The first Alien vs. Predator is underrated. It could have been great if it was R-rated, but because it's PG, it took from it. So I thought that movie could have been so much. I like the whole idea with the pyramid. They were there before, but it wasn't great. But I think that it being not R-rated really hurt it.
Look,
The second one was horrible.
When it comes to the first film, I have a special kind of hatred for it for one reason. Okay. It is loosely, and I mean loosely based on the first Alien vs. Predator comic, which the movie should have been based on, like completely. Because the Alien vs. Predator comic took the idea from aliens having a planet with a colony that was established by a company similar to Weyland-Yutani, and then the Predators show up. Okay, if they had taken aliens and then dropped some Predators in there, it could have been 1,000 times better. But now you have a situation where you remember in Aliens in the beginning when Ripley is being, she's in that meeting and she goes on the tirade about the aliens getting to Earth, and when she said, if the aliens get to Earth and all this bullshit, you can kiss all that goodbye. Well, guess what, Ripley? The aliens were already on Earth,
right?
Because of the Predators. Now look,
buried in a pyramid. Well, how many feet underground was that thing again?
Look, I just think that if they had stuck to the source material a little bit closer, then it would have been better. But I can agree, AVPR is dog shit.
Oh.
Absolute fucking trash. The only redeeming quality of that film is the Predator in the movie. They call him the Wolf Predator. And that in and of itself is actually a reference to Pulp Fiction. Here's how. So, the Predator in the movie is called Wolf Predator. Well, that Predator is sent to clean up the mess left by the aliens. He's literally going around erasing the evidence of the aliens and the Predators being on Earth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that sounds very similar to a character named Wolf in Pulp Fiction.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that's called to clean up everything. Mm-hmm. So, there's your Pulp Fiction Easter egg there.
How about young Ken Foray right here?
Every time I see him, all I can think about is freaking Halloween.
Yep. So, want to know a fun fact about this scene a few scenes ago? Okay. You know the part where that zombie's head got blown off
Yep.
with a shotgun? It turns out that Tom Savini took a rubber head, filled it up with condoms of apple cores and guts, and they head off with a real shotgun.
Wow.
Did you know that?
No, because I've never seen this movie before.
Yeah.
No. I like the scene where the Predator's missing an arm and has to cauterize his nub with plaster and that green goo. Yeah, that was a pretty intense scene.
Yeah.
Which would you rather fight? Predator, Xenomorph, or the Thing?
Depends where I am, what weapons I have.
I think I'll go with the Predator.
Depends what you have.
I'll take a Xenomorph.
I don't want to go up against the Thing. Too many loose ends.
Yeah.
I did like the fight scene of the Xenomorph and the Predator in the first Alien vs. Predator when he threw the net at him and the net like burned into his head, and I thought that was cool.
It's a pretty cool scene. Like, when they're fighting, you're getting exactly what you're paid for. Aliens and Predators going, hand to hand.
I actually saw a clip on Facebook recently where they actually added the Mortal Kombat theme into that fight scene. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, they're both Paul W.S. Anderson movies, right?
Yeah. Did you play the game Alien vs. Predator? Was that Sega or Super Nintendo? Super Nintendo. It was pretty good. It looked kind of like that fight scene.
Yeah, they made quite a few AVP games, actually.
They did, yeah. I never played any of them, though.
I played the one that was released in 2010. Ironically, it came out before the 2010 Predator film. I remember getting hyped up for it.
Technically, I have played some Alien games. It's called Metroid.
I see what you did there.
What do you think Metroid was based off of?
Well, yeah,
same with Contra.
Yeah.
All those things, the end thing, the little xenomorphs around, the little eggs opening up with the spiders.
Yep.
H.R. Giger really had a field day with his art, didn't he?
Yeah.
AVPR is good trash, though. That's fucking debatable. Because at that point, It's like a really bad Friday the 13th movie, but with aliens and predators. And at that point, it's like, just give me a fucking Friday the 13th movie.
It's super, super low budget. They're in literally 3 scenes the whole movie, and it's so dark you can't see anything.
Yeah. Like,
You
later releases of the film actually brightened the images. It's like, yeah, you know what? I wonder why.
Yeah, that's the lead. You know what? That's only one small, like, negative with that movie as far as I'm concerned. I mean, who ever wanted to watch any Alien or Predator movie with teen drama that you'd see on the fucking CW in the mid-2000s? What
That's
the
the thing.
fuck is this shit?
You didn't care about none of those characters. And then
No.
they ended it like Night of the Living Dead, where the missile comes and wipes them all out anyways. And you're like, well,
Yeah.
It's fucking retarded. Why the
Yeah.
fuck are you going to drop... Okay, how are you going to justify dropping a fucking nuke in Colorado?
right.
And then say, oh yeah, well, nobody knew about the aliens back then. Ripley complaining about the shit getting to Earth. Well, now you have no excuse because they're in the middle of fucking Colorado. At the very least, the first Alien versus Predator was isolated to Antarctica,
Right.
meaning that nobody would have known. Okay, but AVPR has no excuses, none.
There's no great shots. There's shitty lighting. Think of the shots in the first one with the ice and the pyramids and the color and the like the sacrifice tomb. The other one is horseshit. There's nothing. There's zero. It's
They
horrible.
literally just dropped the Aliens and Predators in small town America and said, "Here's your movie,"
Yeah.
but they don't fit.
No. But
They don't fit.
and AVPR committed one of the most cardinal fucking sins that everybody here knows that I hate. Lip service. Well, like when they're on the roof of the fucking hospital and Buddy actually says, "Get to the chopper." Fuck you. Just fuck off. Like I said the same thing, like with Alien Romulus, like when the synthetic guy actually does a getaway from her and then says, "You bitch," it's like,
Okay, when the way he executed that line was shit. He's like, "Get away from her, you bitch." It's like, what? Why are you stuttering, you fucker?
what? Why did you use that clip when I was presenting at the Real Horror Awards? Why did you use that clip?
Dude, I got one about Romulus. I every time I tell someone, they're like, dude, I can't watch the movie anymore. There's such a fundamental flaw with that fucking movie, and I can't believe that nobody noticed it. I was 10 minutes in the movie, and I'm like, I like the movie, but I thought the thing. So they're on a planet, which is a mining planet, which means we fucking conquered fucking space and everything, right? So not only is it a mining planet, so you have ships constantly landing, constantly filling with mine ore, and constantly leaving. Right now, we can monitor a fucking meteor that's supposed to hit us in 2032, right? This is a real thing. But they don't know that the fucking Weyland-Yutani fucking spaceship, which is the fucking size of a fucking country, is falling into their space. And nobody knows except this little fucking band of crew that looks at a TV and knows it. No one, and Otani's not going to go save it. They're not going to take equipment off it. Nobody's saying warnings. It's in our atmosphere. Zero. Nobody. Just these little fucking kids. That shit blew my fucking mind. Talk about a plot hole. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To say the fucking least, in the words of Danner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
like nobody notices that. No, you know, that's just unbelievable to me.
But
I did like it though. Did you know that the fucking
it was decent.
The face huggers were not CGI? That those were all fucking puppets, fucking jumping and everything? That's amazing.
I can appreciate that.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's some things about the movie I can appreciate. That being said, I hate when movies try and fit in between two larger films. Like they decide to set it in between Alien and Aliens, and I'm thinking to myself, what's the point in doing that? Like you could literally set a movie after Aliens that ignores Alien 3 and say, yeah, you know what? Maybe some parts of the freaking colony survived. I don't know how you would justify it entirely, but you could make something out of it, or you could do something even better. You could go find the alien homeworld.
Right. I did think it was kind of cool seeing the original alien she shot out of the fucking ship with the spear gun. To me, that was cool. I thought about it.
The thing is, there's a very big problem. Not only was that thing miles and miles away from the blast zone of the Nostromo, but you're telling me that it somehow formed a cocoon and then it's just been floating in space and then they happen to find it right by the wreckage. There's a lot of plot conveniences to make the movie happen that it irritates me because logically speaking, there's no way they could have found it all those years later, still floating in the same area. Like, it had to have drifted off far enough away because it's not. They literally found the alien in the wreckage of the Nostromo. Now, keep in mind, in the first film, the ship blows up like 3 times. Like, it's vaporized. It makes about as much sense as finding a freaking wreckage of the Death Star on Endor. Still intact. No, I'm going to say it again. No, you're not. And then they rip off the Goonies. Like, no.
I was pissed about that.
Of course it was Disney too, right? Because Disney owns Star Wars, Disney owns Alien and Predator. So you get the key jangling nostalgia bait, and everyone's just like eating it up without question. It's like, look, I liked aspects of Prey. I liked aspects of Alien Romulus. It's just they were not very good. When you strip away all the nostalgia, what you have is a series of plot conveniences with some nostalgia thrown in for good measure. Like, for example, this is something that really irritates me. So in Predator 2, we were talking about the flintlock pistol. Okay.
Yeah.
Dark Horse made a mini comic story about that, where the name on the gun was Raphael Adelini. He was a pirate. In this story from Dark Horse, they had a whole thing fleshed out where this Predator, which was the elder at the end of Predator 2 that gave the pistol off to Danny Glover, that Predator basically, he was on Earth hunting, and he found Raphael Adelini, and they actually started fighting. They were having like a one-on-one, mano-a-mano thing, but Raphael Adelini's crew committed a mutiny against him. So the Predator and Raphael weren't able to finish their fight. It was like a dishonorable fight. So the Predator kills the mutineers, and as Raphael is dying on the ground, he gives the Predator his pistol and says, "Take it," which is the same line that the Predator tells Danny Glover when he throws it off to him. They gave a whole backstory for that flintlock pistol. That would have been such a cool movie. Think about a Predator going up against pirates.
Yeah, for sure.
But what does Prey do? Prey turns Raphael Adelini into a fucking pussy. The guy, if you remember Prey, the guy is laying on the ground, standing still so that the Predator won't see him. The Predator steps on his fucking foot or his wound, and the guy screams in pain, and then the Predator just kills him.
Mm-hmm.
That's your Raphael Adelini character.
Yeah.
They turn him from a pirate to some fur trapper henchman who dies like a fucking pussy. And that is atrocious. Like, no.
But
why? And the thing is, here's the really sad thing. If you cut that entire subplot out of the film, it changes nothing.
Right.
Absolutely nothing.
It's just fan service, or supposed to be.
Yeah. I'm sure that the fans of the Dark Horse comic were very happy to see that shit.
But
I'm using sarcasm.
on that note of like fan service, like even in the first AVP, they had that all over the place as well. But like again, there's the ones that just like, or I just roll my eyes, like when what's her face? Lex is about to blow the head off a xenomorph, and she does that "you're one ugly mother," but they cut it off.
Right.
But you get some of the more like interesting visuals, like when she's climbing over the edge, and it's like that same shot from the first Alien with Ripley. Like, that's a nice little wink. And then you got that part where like Henriksen's character Wayland is sitting on his desk. He has his hands sprawled on his desk, and with his pen he kind of goes. It's like, I see what you did there.
There's another one. Well, I don't know if you're done. Good.
No, I was done there.
The at the end, when I like that scene at the end when they're fighting the mother alien. Remember the Predator's eyes? He's like, holy shit! When the mother comes out of the fucking ice. But when the whatever water tower, whatever the fuck that thing is, pulls the alien mother down, it's the same as Aliens. When instead of being pulled into the water, it's pulled into space. But in this one, it was the same thing. It was kicking and going away like that. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Listen, I want to like that movie, and I think I do to an extent. It's just, when I think of Alien versus Predator, I don't think about that movie. I think about the comic, and you could have had yourself a strong female character, another Ripley. Like you just got to read. You got to read the comic. The main character in that comic. Her name is Machiko Noguchi. She's awesome. Like she has an entire comic series that follows from her initial encounter with aliens and predators to where she actually joins up with the predators on hunting. Like they gave her full on predator armor and everything. It's awesome. It's kick ass. And I'm thinking to myself, we could have had that. We could have had that as its own like trilogy or whatever. But instead, we get a throwaway movie. That's what the first AVP film feels like. It just feels like a throwaway movie. And when you have the sequel in for good measure, they are throwaway movies. It's like a one and done thing. And I get it. They probably weren't thinking about franchises. But it's just, there's a lot they could have done.
I like when he marked her. Like he had the mark, the rite of passage. That was cool.
Yeah, that's straight from the comics too. That's
is it? All right.
Yeah, it's if you like reading comics, I would recommend it 100%. It was made back in the 90s too.
Oh.
But
so the artwork had to look really awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but when I look at modern comics, the artwork is just too polished.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's definitely a grit to this comic, for sure.
Knock, knock. Spare some change, man.
I like how this guy just keeps intervening on these shots.
Yeah,
shots.
Dude can't
shots
shoot or
or
shoot.
shots.
Dude looks like he belongs in like Delta Force with Chuck Norris.
Mm-hmm. Hey, speaking of Chuck Norris, I just thought of something that he couldn't break. Robert Sidar's jaw.
Hey, you know what? If he tried to, and he tried to get a photo of it, I bet he'd get it half off.
Robert Sidar's dead, though.
Sorry, I was taking a jab at Carter.
Oh.
Wow.
You know who Robert Sidar is, right?
No. Sorry.
Oh, yes, you do.
Oh, I do?
Samurai Cop. The fucking guy with the the guy with the big fucking jaw. Like his jaw is the jaw is the fucking size of a Buick.
You talking about Tango and Cash guy?
Oh, was he in Tango and Cash? I know he was
the guy who played
Cop.
Maniac Cop.
Yeah.
He's in Tango and Cash. In the beginning, he goes, "This fucking cop broke 3 of my ribs and my jaw." And what's his name goes, "You broke that fucking jaw?" That's in the beginning.
Well, I mean, again, that thing looks impossible to break. One does not simply break Robert Sidar's jaw.
You would break your fingers before you'd ever break the jaw on the punch. Not even close. Yeah, it'd be like punching somebody's shin.
Oof. Ow. That hurts just thinking about that.
I love Maniac Cop, by the way. I love all of them.
But have you ever watched Samurai Cop?
No.
It's pretty bad. Like, okay, it's horrible, but hey,
you ever watch Thanksgiving with the turkey that's the killer?
I've only seen the trailer. For that.
Oh, you guys gotta watch it on fucking this, dude. That movie's hysterical, stupid.
You want another one?
I mean,
Hard Ticket to Hawaii.
Never even heard of it.
Up there it is.
Oh God.
Hard Ticket to Hawaii. Once you watch it, you'll never forget it. Or maybe you will. I don't know. I haven't forgotten it.
No.
I still got the freaking Blu-ray.
It's
still wrapped.
Oh God.
Hey, look. I was in the process of moving, remember? So if I didn't have time to do it before...
You had the Blu-ray months before you had to move.
I know. But
you got the Blu-ray literally after we did that watch party.
It's almost like... It's one of those things where I don't want to unwrap it because it's like I want to keep it in its prime state.
Yeah, but what if
And
you're
if that's the
tempted to
case,
watch it?
if that's the case, then I got to buy another one so I can open it. See, because as a collector, you get two of every item. That way, you have one for your collection and one that you can play with and display and do all the fun shit with.
That's what I used to do, dude. I used to buy 2 of the Jason figures, one to keep and one to play with, all the time. Yeah.
You know, when are they gonna fucking get their shit together with that fucking lawsuit? I want more Jason figures. I want a Jason X figure.
Yeah, they haven't done X yet, or 2009.
They have done 2009.
Oh, they did?
I have it.
Oh, what the fuck? Well, I stopped buying them after like before 7. So, they didn't do 8 yet either, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Juicy Jason.
Juicy Jason.
Juicy.
I don't know. That's what Cody Leach calls that version of Jason. Juicy.
Cody Leach, who has Halloween 1 ranked 40 out of the top 50 films of all time, horror films of all time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck. What the fuck?
I want to make sure. Yeah, Cody, hold on. Let me keep going on the roll here. Hold on. Cody Leach, who said that the 2009 Friday 13th version was the quintessential Jason. Yeah. Just throwing that out there. How the fuck is the 11th installment the quintessential Jason? Can you explain that to me? So my brain comprehends it. I'm okay.
No. No. That is the answer to that question.
I'm more of a CJ Graham guy myself.
Yeah, but I mean, you can say your favorite, but you can't say the quintessential, what they all should be when it's the 11th installment. That doesn't make any sense.
No, it's a little late to say that.
Yeah. I love Mears in that film, but you don't care about the characters in that film. That's another one you don't care about the characters.
No.
Yeah. Even though I do like Jared Padalecki.
Yeah.
He
I
is
don't even call him by his character's name. I just call him Sam Winchester because that's who he is.
Fair enough.
But you're talking about NECA and their lawsuit. You know what I want them to do? I want them to do X-Files. Like I would kill for a fucking Fluke Man figure.
What man?
The Fluke Man?
Which one's that?
X-Files? You know, the one who looks like this?
Oh yeah,
the wormy guy.
I want Smoking Man too. Smoking Man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. But probably the best villain in TV history for me.
Yeah, the alien, like in the movie, the one that was like coming out of that little frozen fucking thing. That'd be great too. And the 2 fucking cavemen that found the fucking original alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the movie. Yeah.
That movie was wild.
It was something.
Yeah, second one was horrible. I like the first one.
Oh god.
No. Second one.
I remember watching that with my mom in theaters, and I was thoroughly confused. I was like, Scully is still acting like, oh, they're the supernatural. What the fuck is the supernatural? Like, I get she's a skeptical character, but man, after everything you've gone through in the entire series, and then this movie takes place after all of that, and yet you're still like denying. And it's like, dude, what
the movie has no identity, A. And then B, all it was trying to do is take advantage, I guess, of the fact that there was a bunch of scandals with priests and stuff back then with kids, you know? It was like trying to take advantage of that hype of it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even when I look at the series as a whole, sometimes the convenience of her always missing the supernatural shit really unfold. It's a bit too convenient at times. Like even in that first movie. Really, you lose consciousness just as the fucking UFO is rising from the ice, and then you wake up when it's gone. It's like, God damn it, Scully.
It does fit their characters in the way it unfolds, though. You know what I'm saying? Like he always believes, and she never does. So I know what you're saying, but it makes sense at least to the character.
It's just like, look over to your left, Scully. There's a Martian right fucking there.
I love how he saves her though. Like that's him though. That's him and her. They love each other without saying it. You know.
Okay, what do you guys think about when they revived the series?
I never saw it.
How did the Smoking Man? They blew him up. They blew him the fuck up.
Didn't they even show him like turn into bones?
I don't remember because
in the show they revived him. in the new
yeah.
show?
Yeah. So of course, at the end of the original series, he's dead.
Yeah.
But they brought him back.
Look, I love the guy. He's the fucking boogeyman, but no.
I watched the first episode, I think, now that you say this, when they redid it. The first episode was about like some kind of monster or something.
I can't remember. All that I do remember is that they tried to make frickin' Fox Mulder look like Alex Jones. And it's
that's just stupid.
Yeah. I mean, Chris Carter, the writer, he was, I don't know if he was like a fan of Alex Jones or he's watched his material. Oh, I can say that. But when you look at David Duchovny and how they dressed him up, they made him look like freaking Alex Jones.
Dude, there's an Alex Jones games that I play on my computer. Ever seen the game?
It's the freaking like
it's hysterical, dude.
It's like
he's going around shooting at everybody. He fights fucking Bill Gates. He's like, the frogs are gay. It's like it's crazy, dude. Yeah.
I think I had that downloaded on my phone, but I couldn't access it because it was mainly just like a computer game. But I gotta find it. I gotta find it.
Keys of the Kingdom.
He is tiny in this movie.
Yeah.
He's still tall. He's just not as heavy. Yeah.
Nah.
He's huge in Halloween, and he's huge in Devil's Rejects too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in this movie, if Tyler Mane's, Jake Myers went up against him, well, I think he just crush him in a split second.
Hey, you wanna fight? Have Derek Mears Jason versus Tyler Mane's Michael Myers.
See, I'd watch that.
I'd buy it.
Yeah, I'd get front row seats to that, and while you're at it, they could just fight, and then fucking Jackie Earle Haley's Teddy shows up, and then they put their differences aside. Just get rid of him.
You trash motherfucker.
You guys ever seen Children of the Corn?
Yeah.
Which one?
Malachi. Remember Malachi? So Malachi's in that Halloween remake. He's trying to rape the girl in that room. I think that was in this. That wasn't in the original movie. That was in the special features, right?
That was him.
That's him. Yeah.
Wow. I hate Rob Zombie's Halloween, so I wouldn't remember.
I liked one. I know people hate that they revealed who he was, but I don't think it was a bad movie. But two, holy shit, that was, I don't know what the fuck that was.
I can't handle any of them. I've tried. The only thing I can sit through them if I just pay attention only to Scout Taylor Compton. Then I can say, oh yeah, look, it's Scout Taylor Compton.
Yeah.
She's great.
But in two, they make Loomis like a fucking asshole and self-centered, and that's not his character,
No. But then again, would Lori cornhole a bagel?
Something that Carter loves to reference. Funny enough.
Sorry, I can't get over that. It's like Lori wouldn't cornhole a bagel.
The opening 10 minutes of part two was actually pretty good. When he's in the hospital, kind of reminds you of part two, and he killed everybody. And but then it just went to shit. And he had a beard. And he talked. And give me a break.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just overall mixed on those movies because they're trash. Like, you really got... It's like James Rolfe said in his Monster Movie Madness. When you watch the zombie movies, you got to accept that you're watching garbage. Otherwise, you're going to hate yourself.
I'm corrected by Chud's Corner. That's right. It was Courtney Gaines. That was the guy. He was in...
Blue Temple was in Halloween. Courtney Gaines played Malachi. Wow.
Courtney Gaines was in Colors, Chud. That's right. I mixed them up.
How you doing, Chad? Good to see you, man.
Yep. And, shit, I forgot what I was going to say. Yes. But that's just me with the Halloween franchise as a whole. And I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for it, but there's only two great movies in that franchise. I'm sorry. There's just two.
What are the two you like?
The original and Season of the Witch. The others...
What? Season of the Witch?
I like that one. I mean,
I like 1, 2, and 4.
You see, I can enjoy 2 and 4. I don't think they need to exist narratively, but I can understand and accept those ones. But thing with Season of the Witch, I was more intrigued with the idea of like telling the story. Like,
listen, my biggest thing
like,
with season
the whole anthology. I know.
My biggest thing with Season of the Witch is if they just didn't have Halloween as a fucking movie and have it actually connected narratively, like at least like a reference. Like, like a news article or a news report that says, tonight is the anniversary of the Haddonfield Massacre. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, then I could be like, oh my God, this is in the same universe. How cool is that?
Well, I'd still like to see what could happen if we saw Loomis go up against Cochran.
Well, you got to team up with Dan Chalice.
Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That would have been awesome.
Yeah. But then again, if they didn't include Halloween as a movie within that movie, we wouldn't have gotten that brilliant moment when Cochran says, "Happy Halloween." And then you hear the little ding, ding, ding. Or maybe they could just add it in the soundtrack, but I digress. Does anyone else remember shopping malls?
I remember them.
Yeah. Are they
okay? Can you imagine? That's a good one. Can you imagine doing this in a mall during a zombie outbreak? First thing you do, let's go shopping. 5-finger discount for sale. Everything is for sale.
Who's going to stop you in the middle of a zombie apocalypse?
Yeah. Oh,
cops.
Fuck you looking at? Hold my beer.
It's amazing how old these guys are. Probably in their 20s. They look like they're fucking 45 in this movie.
Right?
Yeah. I'm fucking 48. Like, what happened with the water back then?
You don't look 48.
Well, I just assumed they didn't have as much fluoride back then.
Yeah, you wish.
Yeah.
It was there. It was
I don't know. I don't know much about that conspiracy. So.
Oh, yeah. They had a lot of things back then.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could argue that they have a hell of a lot more shit now.
Well, no shit.
It's just back then it wasn't as well known or well covered.
Yeah,
or documented.
Because usually the people that were trying to expose this shit ended up mysteriously gone or died in a horrible accident. That they were shot in the back of the head 2 times. They committed suicide with a headshot.
It's crazy how people don't believe that that's a thing. Look at the Boeing conspiracy. 2 guys come out, the fight say, they're not checking the shit. The planes aren't safe. Then both of them fucking die, get fucking killed within a month before they testify. You're like, what the fuck do you think that was about?
Mm-hmm. See, especially these days, that's seeing all these different plane crashes. I don't want to travel, not by plane.
Or the Epstein list. Like, why would that not be? It's the first time in the history of the world that people were found guilty without the evidence being revealed. It doesn't even make any sense. How is he guilty? Who fucked who? Who sold who? What happened? What do you mean? How do you just say he's guilty without the names? It's crazy.
Well, because if that list was revealed, then the government would crumble. Yeah, that's what I heard.
All the cards would fall.
Yeah. You would have to have a whole new government because that's how deep the corruption goes.
Now I want to backpedal here just a bit here, Caleb.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're saying is you would just drive here.
Yes.
Road trip. Okay.
Yes.
Where's here? Are you in Canada? What does the Great North mean?
Yeah, Canada.
What part?
Alberta.
Okay.
Canada's Texas.
Feel right at home.
Cal Flat is 1 county left of you, right west of you?
No, he's just way further up north.
Okay.
Like I'm actually not that far from the border.
You know what I saw? A thing you tell me, it said 90% of Canadians live within 100 miles of the U.S. border. So if you went from the border 100 miles up, 90% of the people live within that zone across,
That sounds like something they say on South Park.
Makes sense, though, because the more north you go, it's more desolate, more cold.
That's true. I mean, my younger brother has went even further up north, and he could tell stories about that. And I mean like way up north, like probably closer to the North Pole than he would be to me.
Closest I've been to Canada would be Chicago.
Ew, gross.
Yeah, I went to
purpose?
Chicago once. Yeah, once. That was about like 15 years ago, I think. My dad and I went up to visit an old army buddy of his, and I actually liked it in a way because we got there in the evening, and then we had stayed the night at his friend's place, and we went to this diner in the morning for breakfast, and it was an awesome diner, mainly because the plate I had, the food I had, was delicious. It was the first time I had taken a picture of my own food. And like, God, this stuff is great. It was steak, eggs, cheese, green and red bell peppers with onions, and I think some cilantro in there for good measure. And it was awesome. Like, it was some of the best frickin' diner food I've ever had with breakfast, and it was awesome. It was great. Of course, these days, I don't want to go anywhere near Chicago. See, because check this out. So some real stuff happened in my neck of the woods. So you guys know I work at a pawn shop. Well, I found out yesterday that pawn shops all over our area have been getting hit, like smash and grab robberies. So they're having me as the de facto security guard, manning the front door. Of course, I don't have a weapon because the corporation I work for doesn't believe in arming their employees.
That's fucking stupid.
And they also don't believe in hiring security either. And every time I bring it up, they come up with some bullshit excuse saying, "Oh, well, security can't use their guns anyway because the companies don't want to pay for it or whatever." Now, I want you to think about that. If you have a place that's been hit or has experienced any kind of alarming activity, like, let's say, employees getting the shit kicked out of themselves, right? They're getting the shit kicked out of. You would think that, hey, maybe we should hire somebody to sort of be a deterrent, or at the very least, let whoever is stupid enough to try anything stupid know that if you come on here, you're going to encounter armed personnel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not crazy, right? That seems reasonable.
Oh, yeah, very much so.
Well, that's not what my company believes, or the company I work for.
California reversed that bill. Remember the smash and grab bill? If it's not over 1,000, you don't even go to jail.
Yeah.
They just finally overturned it, so now that you will. So they were showing, you've seen all those scenes. These 5 girls going to Target and just steal everything and walk right the fuck out every day. It's crazy. Can't do anything. Can't touch them.
Fucking stupid. You're literally letting criminality just roam free. It's like it kind of makes me think of Ra's al Ghul in Batman Begins.
Yeah. Remember AOC? She's like, "Oh, they're just stealing bread and milk." No, honey, they're stealing TVs and shit. You fucking
every time there's a fucking riot, they're stealing really expensive Jordans. It's like, oh yeah, they're so impoverished that they got to steal Jordans.
Yeah, those people are on food stamps anyways, so they're not stealing food.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But there you go.
It's fiery, but mostly
stupid shit.
peaceful.
Fuck that shit, dude. I like how asinine can you be? But it doesn't really surprise me because it's like, yeah, I may have just seen someone get murdered right in front of me while reporting the news, but it's mostly peaceful.
Hey!
While somebody's
when the guy was talking, when the guy was saying that, mostly peaceful. Behind him, the fucking store was on fire.
Right.
It was like almost like an SNL skit,
Right.
Yeah.
That is South Park right there. But I mean, even back to that. I mean, we've had our problems up here. You got these fucking I'm sorry to the folks that were getting somewhat political here, but you got the Palestinian shit going on up here. You got all these protests going on where they're quite literally chanting "Death to Canada." And what's the clown in charge doing about that, or even saying about it? Absolutely nothing. But hey, honk honk, we're tired of this shit. Oh, this is unacceptable. Fuck you.
When they took the money from fucking PayPal from the truckers, I couldn't believe that. I mean, you want to talk about a communist move? That they do the fundraising, the people pay the money, and then the government says, no, you can't help these people. We're taking the money and giving it back. That's crazy. That's communism. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I live, unfortunately.
It's crazy.
That's like San Fran when the Chinese guy came and they cleaned all the streets up and put all the cages there so the bums couldn't go back. I was like, I can't believe this is America. You know, that's what you would think you'd see in China.
Yeah.
Well, actually, in China, you wouldn't be able to protest against the government at all without being arrested.
Or shot. Yeah.
Or put in a mysterious black bag and never seen again.
When we had the Olympics there, they only let the press had to travel with Chinese like military or cops or dignitaries or whatever. They only brought them. They showed it to these areas that were already pre-staged, and they had people shopping. Everyone was happy and everything. You couldn't go anywhere else. You couldn't see poverty. You couldn't see anything.
They literally have people in these multiplexes. They have like hundreds of thousands of people in one building complex.
Yeah, remember when they were screaming and crying during COVID? Yeah.
See, that's what they want here in the West. That is like the model that they want. I watched this video about these 15-minute cities where you won't be able to do any free traveling by yourself, or they would make it increasingly inconvenient to do so, and people would just like lollygagging away like it ain't happening. People don't give a shit.
The Great Reset. You won't own anything, and you'll like it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, who said that? Was that freaking? It was Klaus Schwab or Soros, one of those guys. Getting on the freaking right on the World Economic Forum talking about all this shit, and people are just like, nobody cares. Like they just, it's not clicking with them, and it won't be clicking with them until they got a boot on their fucking face. But even then, you're still gonna have people like, oh yeah, this is fine. It's like you got a gun to your head. Oh, this is okay.
You're on fire.
Yeah, fine.
You know what I'm referencing.
Yeah, kinda, yeah.
I always use the reference when I speak to someone about the Constitution. I said, they're so smart and so honest that they knew that even themselves would be corrupt. That if they had too much power themselves, they would be corrupt. So they had so many different stages of government to prevent that. Because they know even them, if you give them too much power, it's just inherently the way we are.
Yeah.
It's genius. You need to know that back then.
And yet, you speaking that would be considered terrorism.
Yeah.
But that's where we are at this point. Like when the whole COVID shit went down, like the protest was taking off the fucking mask because it wasn't going to work. It wasn't helping anything. They even admitted as much. The fucking 6-foot distancing shit.
Yeah, so they made it up.
That isn't science. That's fucking. That's a clown show.
Yeah.
Fucking get the fuck out of here with that. No. But yet, it worked though. That's the sad thing. That majority of people, they masked up without question.
Yeah, and then when they said double masks, they double masked. Hey, we're gonna put a screen at the bottom of this boat. Why don't we put a double screen? See if that keeps the water out.
I watch people in full-on fucking diving suits walking in a fucking grocery store.
Dude, you ever see the one? Sorry to keep going with this, but the one where the orchestra's playing and they have the cutout of the mask and they're playing the flute. You're like, what the fuck are you wearing? What is going on right now? It's crazy. To think that that's real world is sad.
They kind of says a lot about human intelligence these days.
But it showed them that they can get away with it. How easy it was,
Yep. Forgot who said it. I think it might have been Soros or can't remember, but they said, "Never let a good crisis go to waste."
I thought that was the Clintons.
It might have been.
Oh, yeah.
Careful, they'll come for you.
You ever see that book, The Clinton Body Bags?
No,
I've heard of it.
It's like 96 people around them died over the years.
Yeah. Makes you wonder. Actually, I don't have to wonder. I've seen documents. I've read things, crazy things.
This guy was in the Blue Man group before Blue Man.
Right.
Yeah.
He's even dressed weird like him.
What the fuck is this asshole wearing?
He looks like I think a Buddhist monk or something.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, look, zombies are afraid of fire.
I was just gonna say a blue Gandhi.
Or Dal Sim.
Eh,
He's the biggest flares I've ever seen.
Yep. Dude, just jab it at him. God damn. You idiot.
See, moments like that is exactly why I think zombies are better in comedy. They just don't have the right nerve power to do anything that intimidating.
Dude, if I was in that situation, I would just whoop zombie ass. It wouldn't even be funny.
With that, what do you call it? Not reclaimer. Your rifle you have there, Carter. What's it called?
What?
What is it? That rifle's called a re something.
Oh, it's a repeater.
Repeater.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's also isn't that what Arnold had in T2 when he was doing it on the bike?
Yeah, that was in 1887. Was it, Carter?
I think it was Kiapa 1887 lever action. They just sawed off the barrel and sawed off the stock and put a larger loop in there.
Such a great fucking scene. Such a great scene.
Hell
before
yeah.
that, when he's hiding it in the roses and he drops it in the Guns N' Roses song starts playing. It's fucking beautiful.
Yeah. Yep. Guns N' Roses.
This guy looks
Clever.
like the guy who thinks he's on Delta Force. Looks like he could be Jason Statham's father.
Yeah. Yep. Well, shopping's done.
He's got his hand on her head. He's like, just suck it. Come on.
No.
We're all going to die. One last time, honey.
Why does she look? Why do you think she looks like a Shelley Duvall stunt double or something?
Kind of, because she has that crazy look in her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but on the bright side, at least the small has emergency rations, like civil defense, water, and spam. Yeah, basically throughout this movie, this is what has been going on between Special Agent Carter Sauce and the survivors. Just hanging around, drinking beer, smoking cigars, doing whatever.
Cigars.
First time doing a watch along. May I have the origin story of all your agent names?
Sure.
Yep.
Carter, you go and start. Thank you.
Yeah, well, basically, I went by Carter Sauce because it's a play on tartar sauce, and I thought, what rhymes with Carter? And, well, Carter Sauce. It was a joke that my sister came up with, like, hey, Carter Sauce. I'm like, I'll stick with it. And then there we go.
How about the whole agent thing with you guys? Where'd that come from?
I can explain that.
Okay.
So when we initially started as the C-Files podcast, the name was a play off of the X-Files.
Okay.
And that actually plays in with our catchphrase, the entertainment is out there, like the truth is out there. So when it was just me and Carter, I had the whole X-Files thing going on. I was very much submerged in X-Files stuff. And so I was like, okay, YouTube channel or podcast channel, C-Files, because it was Caleb and Carter. But I called myself Special Agent Spooky Clutter because Fox Mulder's nickname in the Academy was Spooky Mulder. So instead of Spooky Mulder, you got Spooky Clutter.
Got it.
That's me. How about you, Danner? How about your name?
I just have friends who call me Daner and someone added Bobaner, so yeah, Daner Bobaner just rolls right off the tongue.
I feel left out, so I'll give you Mad Cuban if you guys don't mind.
Special
Yeah,
agent
that's
Matt Cuban. I'll take it.
Okay.
That's a good one.
We used to, when I played in Vikings football, Vikings, like, when you're like 10 years old for football, the Vikings league over here. So we used to have a thing called a speed defense. And me and this guy would go in on D-line and blitz, basically. And I was just fucking nutty, and crazy and screaming and yelling. And Cubans aren't really known around here, so it stands out. So my buddy Rich called me the Mad Cuban because I looked like I was mad, like insane, and just fucking stuck.
I'll take it. I like it.
Yeah, it's different.
Special Agent Mad Cuban.
There you go. Special Agent Castro.
It's funny because 3 of the 4 of us here are of Hispanic.
I was gonna say 3 of us are. Yeah, I'm actually Spanish because Spain settled Cuba, but who cares?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a Mexican, a Cuban, and a Panamanian.
And a
I am a
Canadian.
tourist from French Canada.
Hey, you're close because your prime minister, he's Castro Jr., right?
Yeah, that's true.
So Dan, are you a big hockey guy? I'm assuming, right?
Pardon?
You a big hockey guy?
Yeah. See, I'm not the biggest sports fan, actually.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a national pastime up there for fucking,
Well, maybe when I go to my dad's place because it's always just knocking back the beers and watching sports. So once I'm there, I'm just kind of like, yeah, that's something.
What's the team over there? What would be the team that your dad likes?
Well, shit, it depends who he's betting on. Because him and his buddies, they all have like these betting pools and shit. And I want to know how my dad's doing now because, he bet on the Chiefs with the Super Bowl.
Ooh,
They were favored by what, 3.5, 2.5, something like that.
22 to 40.
No, I mean
all
the
I know
favorite
is they-
line was 2.5, I think, for the Chiefs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Chiefs, the Phillies, the Chiefs and the Eagles, 20-40. Yeah, they sucked.
But
It
hockey
wasn't even that close. You got 2 touchdowns at the end.
Yeah. I would represent the Stars. I like them.
I mean, personally, my
The only
favorite sport
reason
would be
why I watch
basketball.
hockey. The only reason why I watch hockey is just for the fights. I like to see people get into a knockout dragout fight on the ice.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I mean, I don't even know if hockey is like the true most stereotypical Canadian sport. For me, that would be curling.
Yeah, but that's only like what, the 90s they invented that? Or at least it became Olympic sport in the 90s, something like that?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just saying, just like almost every small town here has a curling rink. So it's like
You got George St. Pierre. You got Drake.
we had John Candy,
Oh yeah, that's right.
Jim Carrey, Mike Myers,
Creed.
fucking Keanu Reeves.
Isn't Creed from there?
Creed? Shit. I don't
Could
know.
be wrong. Could be wrong.
I'm not a big Creed fan, so I wouldn't
Me neither.
know.
Chris Jericho.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Deadpool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
And I know technically not the actor, but Wolverine.
Yeah.
Well, the character's Canadian.
John Denver. Right?
Whoa!
Oh, John Denver.
What?
I don't know.
Was I?
There's a lot of Canucks in the entertainment industry, but I don't know. Oh yeah, we have Seth Rogen. Ugh.
What's that movie back in the day with the 2 guys drinking beer? That's where Spud McKenzie came from. Strange Brew. You ever seen that?
No.
Oh, dude, go watch that movie. Strange Brew is hysterical.
Strange Brew.
Yeah, it's where Spud McKenzie came from.
All right. Strange Brew.
If you remember who that is.
That name rings a bell.
It was a little dog that was a beer for like Bud Light. He had the circle, kind of like the Rascals dog.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Petey.
oh yeah. Fuck. I never seen the movie, but I know of it with Rick
The two guys
Moranis
are
and Luke
famous.
Thomas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a fire and you're gonna watch it. I won't give it away. There's a funny scene, but I won't give it away.
Okay. Probably best. Probably for the best.
Yeah.
But yeah. Once I saw the image of Rick Moranis, it's like, okay, yeah, I know the movie, but I've just never seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Workable vaccine. Wow.
Yeah, don't you just love whenever you find something that has anything to do with that anymore? It certainly hasn't tainted my enjoyment. Like playing The Last of Us again.
I don't know. Can you?
No.
Damn.
You know, I could see it now. She kind of does look like a blonde Shelley Duvall.
Yeah, she has the spaced out eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the space out eyes and the hairline.
How you doing there, Caleb? Hey, just remember, you got my parents' attention with that picture, by the way, bud.
How much attention did I garner from that?
Well, you got the attention of some friends that I only know personally, and both my parents.
I'm gonna have to ask for this picture now that you're speaking of.
Give me a sec. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Oh God.
See, the thing is, sometimes folks like to have certain pictures of themselves when they were what's the word?
Little.
Yeah, I guess that's a PG way of saying it.
Young lads. I don't know.
Yeah. And well, me being funny and maybe an asshole at certain times, I had to do something.
Oh, you edited it. I get it.
Yeah. And the first one, well, it didn't garner much attention, but the second one
got the attention of my parents.
I got a friend request from Dane Valet.
That would be me.
I know. Went to the Jedi Academy.
Well, you know, I was in that period where like everyone had to put, "Oh, I went to the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry." Oh, fuck that. Jedi Academy.
Oh, is this the picture that you're on the shelf? Is this the one?
Yeah.
It's on your Facebook?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that's my edit.
Did you guys ever see the one with me as a thumb as General Brackbauer?
Wait, what?
We were on set for Rosebud. I have it somewhere. And people said my forehead's so big it looks like a thumb. So at one point we were so tired, someone's like, "Hey, let me take a picture of your." This is like days later. Put your thumb out. I'm gonna take a picture. I'm like, "What the fuck?" 10 minutes later, there's a picture of me in General Brackbell's outfit with my own thumb as my own head with an eye patch on it. I got trying to do it's hysterical. Yeah.
God, that sounds wrong.
But no, Caleb made that picture because I said I refused to recreate it. Because
I don't think you'd fit in the shelf anymore.
No, I'd have to take a fucking shelf off or two, but then there's all the shit I'd have to move. But it's like, yeah, sorry, dude. You're just gonna have to. Everyone's just gonna have to look at that picture of little me, whether it's the original picture or one with my rage face photoshopped on it.
I guess that's who that was. Okay, so your mom said, "That's fucking awesome."
Yes.
Did the mom use the F word there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She swears like a sailor, as do I.
I'm pretty bad too.
So that my little edit got the attention of your mother and your father.
Yeah.
That's something.
Well, who the hell were these other ones? Just a sec. Who were the other ones here? Just see, where the fuck are you? Yep, there we are. Well, then there's Carter and Chad and Heather, and then there's Cody, friend of mine. Surprised you haven't got the attention of my grandmother yet.
Uh-oh. Yeah, now this guy's getting really reckless right now.
You think?
Yeah, at least the doors.
Well, who doesn't get reckless in a zombie situation?
Not me.
Yeah, you would. I could see it now. You got too cocky.
How's your dad, Caleb? Still running around with Jason Mouse?
Hey, what can I say? I inspired him to do so.
That was great. Yeah, I remember the first time I saw him doing that.
Yeah, we we were at Texas Frightmare weekend. There were two things that happened. First, he did a pose where he was kneeling down with the axe, and in front was a Chewbacca figure, because at that time Peter Mayhew had passed away.
Oh yeah,
and so he had decided to kind of like do like a little pose, and somebody had actually taken a picture and posted it on Facebook of it was on like a Friday the 13th group, but it was really cool posts, and you can thank me for getting my dad into Friday the 13th at least a little bit, enough to get him to do a Jason costume, and then when we did that photo op with the cast of Nightmare on Elm Street, and that was a blast. I don't know if I might have sent the photo to you, but it was a big photo op. Carter was playing it up with Robert. You know, Freddy's got his old manic face going, and Dad is Jason with just the axe.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of conventions,
I'm Jason running around, but not naked. Hey, Brett man, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
Welcome to the party. Dad says, I got the Dallas cops to play a photo op outside of Texas Frightmare. Did he? I can't remember that.
Isn't your dad like my age? Or
so he's actually older.
A little bit. Yeah.
Oh my God, Danner, why?
don't look at me. I'm surprised I didn't tell you about that one sooner. Like these fucking people from Doctor Who are going to be at that convention near me.
You don't look 54, sir.
Hmm?
I'm talking to your dad. He doesn't look 54.
There you go. Yeah, no, Doctor Who. That's a whole fucking. That's a shit show. It got worse. Like you would think that with the female doctor, things have reached the pinnacle of stupidity. No, no. Try a gay, black, non-UK English doctor who talked about getting snowballed or snowmanned. Sorry.
Snowballed. Dude.
What? Snowman. He said he literally said on the show that he's gonna get snowmanned or something.
The fuck does that mean?
Do you really want to know? Like, I'm not going to say the full thing, but
probably not. But
I know what snowball means.
Well,
that was from Clerks. Remember Clerks?
No, I never watched
You
Clerks.
said the guy used to like me to snowball, and the guy says, "What's that?" And then she explains it.
Might be the same thing, but the term being snowman means that you're, well, let's just say a certain liquid is all over you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Now I want you to understand this, okay? Doctor Who has always been marketed as a children's show.
Oh yeah.
And look, certain things in the good Doctor Who, pretty gnarly for a kid's show. That being said, this new series, which funny enough is being produced by Disney, it still is being marketed as a kid's show. And then you have a guy that's literally talking about getting snowmanned. And
oh, it's a guy talking about it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the Doctor is not a female this time, he's a black African man. Or maybe not. Maybe he's not from Africa. Maybe it's from the Caribbean. I can't remember. But he's not British, is the point. You would think that a show that started in Britain has always been British, one of the most popular franchises in the UK. You would get an actual Englishman to be the titular character, or at least be close enough to the area.
Right.
Yet, no. Doctor Who, it went to shit. And we thought it went to shit when they introduced a female doctor, but no. No, sir. It just got worse.
But on that note, Caleb, I mean, that's why I'm kind of at the point where I'm not even sure if I'll even go to that convention this year.
Yeah, you'd probably do better not to.
Well,
unless it's unless there's someone there that you really want to.
Well, that's just it, though. I mean, they don't really have anyone that's really got my interest. I mean, the first people they announced were like Alicia Silverstone and Marissa Tomei, but it's like, I mean, there's really nothing there where I'm just like, oh, I so gotta meet them. I'm not really like a huge fan, but. And then they announced fucking Charlie Cox again. Like, I swear, this is like the fucking 7th time that a convention in my area has announced Charlie Cox from Daredevil is going to be there. Everyone's already saying it now. It's like, he's going to cancel because he's canceled every single fucking time. So, yeah.
Hey, Dan, check your Facebook message.
Okay. I did feel something there. What do we got here?
Damn. You dumbass.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was an actual thing on a red carpet.
Whoops.
Yeah. I added the little, Canada touch.
Yeah, I dig it.
Back in the mid 80s, Doctor Who was very popular late night on the weekend, as well as Elvira and the Twilight Zone. Yeah, good old days.
True.
Oh. Yeah, he a goner.
Who came up with the... Okay, no, wait, never mind. I still think it's an odd decision that their makeup is blue and not more gray, pale.
Yeah, the thing about these older zombie films is that the more decayed, like where you could see bones and stuff, that wasn't as you could say popular back then.
Savini talks about it in this movie. Like, even when the girl bit the other girl's neck, he goes, you could see the white styrofoam there. He's like, this is like groundbreaking. Like, you never saw the details and all the kills and stuff like that before,
Yeah.
They kind of just made it up as they went.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta appreciate the pioneering that they did for this.
Yeah. Think about it. There's no like certain glues and plastics, and it's, they're just like mixing shit up.
Yeah, plus Tom Savini was in the Vietnam War, so basically, if it doesn't look real, they won't buy it.
Right. He was a medic. in the war. So imagine the
Yeah.
shit
I
he's
thought
seen.
Yeah.
I thought he was a photographer.
I thought medic. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought I saw an interview where he said medic.
No, he was a photographer for the Vietnam War.
What year is the Day of the Dead? Y'all are watching. This is from '78.
That's Dawn of the Day.
Dawn.
Yeah, Dawn of the Dead. Sorry. Why did I say Day of the Dead? Oh, because freaking Day of the Dead has a very infamous scene in there where supposedly the guts that they used for one of the scenes had spoiled, and so the smell's like really bad because it wasn't refrigerated or whatever properly, and you have this guy covered in the stuff, and it's like, yeah, no.
Yep.
But
There's
no,
your
they
story.
actually they did a remake of this movie. I think Tom Savini directed it.
What?
No, I thought it was Zack Snyder.
It was Zack Snyder.
Really?
Dawn of the
It was
Dead?
Night of the Living Dead. He remade the remake he did. Savini.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
That's the one with
this
Tony
is your
Scott,
shop,
right?
General.
I think you're right.
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
Hey, I think we found
this is where
Peter's store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is where Carter got inspired for the scene. By the way, Carter, I hope that I could. That scene was passable.
It was perfect.
I don't know about you. I don't know about you guys, but I love the smell of a sporting goods shop.
Hell yeah.
Haven't
Well, I
seen
mean,
one in a while.
you got. Well, I mean, they're very distinct. It's like that new car smell, except you walk into a sporting goods store and it's very rustic.
Yeah.
But very, very country.
Yep.
Contrary to
Plus, it's a hunting
popular belief, not all Texans walk around here with cowboy boots and a cowboy hat. In case anybody was wondering.
Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't.
What do you mean? Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. When's the last time you've seen someone in full cowboy regalia? These days, I'm not seeing
the
it.
forward stockyards.
Wait, not slacks, chaps. Fuck.
Unless it's
No.
the Blue Oyster from Police Academy. This mall is still around, right? People go to it still?
Yeah, it's still around. Yeah, except the ice rink. They took out the ice rink and replaced it with the Cinemark.
Well, that's
Makes
fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I know, right?
I love the Blue Oyster from Police Academy. So funny.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
So I've never seen Police Academy. Any of them.
Never?
They're good. They're good.
Never. There's
The
a lot of
Blue-
movies I haven't seen.
They always mess with the recruits and they tell them to meet them at the Blue Oyster Bar. The Blue Oyster Bar is a gay bar. And you walk in, the music hits, and the door closes and locks, and it's funny.
Absolute must watch Police Academy.
Yeah.
Agreed. Hey, at least that little basket came in handy. The little wheelbarrow.
Clearly.
It's actually a seed spreader, I think.
Great comment. Excuse me.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth. That's all I know from this movie.
Yeah. He said what? My grandfather used to say that, right? I don't have the volume on, but doesn't he say someone told him that?
Maybe. I can't remember.
Good idea.
Why would the zombies back up? They don't have the brain power for that. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. At least just what you can find. What? No hairspray.
Oh yeah.
Use a can of hairspray and a lighter. Just do the. You dumbass.
How does Delta Force guy miss by 3 feet? Point blank. I don't understand.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, dude. Dude, do you not know how to kill the thing? Shoot for their heads.
Unless we're dealing with Return of the Living Dead zombies.
Oh, those don't fucking count.
Yeah, I call those bullshit zombies.
Yep. The fuck that's gonna do?
I love how every time
At
they look
least-
straight at them, the shots come from the side because they could never
Right.
do the makeup here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Bang. Eat that.
Bitch. Hey, dude, check the visor.
Here's
Thank
there's
you.
just like a random nun here.
Nun zombie. Yep, later zombie. Later, bitch.
I wonder what kind of car that is. Like a Subaru?
Yeah.
What is it?
Kind of looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Your dad might know. Mazda? Oh, Volkswagen.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, it's just a mannequin.
Oh, lame.
No, I vaguely remember a car scene in a mall.
Yeah, the
but it
Blues
was a
Brothers.
comedy.
Remember Action Jackson when he drives the fucking car up the stairs? Faster. Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out that they filmed most of these scenes at night because one of the directors was buddies with the owner of the mall or the manager at the time. So most of the scenes you see are mostly filmed at night.
It would have to be. I mean, there's no way the store's going to let everybody shut down and not make money,
Yeah.
Plus, would it even be anywhere near as good if it was shot during the day?
Yeah. Probably.
No, this shit is
Action
made to be
Jackson.
shot at night.
Loved it. Blues Brothers, absolute top 100 films of all time. Greatest cast.
Yeah. R.I.P. John Belushi.
All right.
He died?
Ooh, sounds like fun.
Going on
Yep.
a hunt sounds fun. Yeah.
Yep.
Oop. That looks like a single action revolver.
Yep. 22.
I can appreciate just how unfazed she looks right now.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking catcher's met, or whatever met. First baseman's met. Hysterical. So Caleb, that's called a dirty shot when you're shooting through something to see somebody.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's,
I get
that's
it.
actually the name of it. Yeah.
Wow. Sounds funny.
Yeah, it does. It does. So funny.
Yeah. Yeah. When you...
Cody taught me. Sometimes you see like a chair and then you'll see it's kind of furry and then see the person through it.
Mhm.
That's a dirty shot. Cody showed it to me and told me.
Oh. Yikes.
Jaquint the Duke, right? My friend. He went and saw what is it? The Monkey. He said it was good.
The Monkey.
Yeah, brand new. Stephen
King
novel that turned to a movie, I think.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I saw a trailer for that one. Looks all right.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen Hard Eyes though.
Hey, if you think that's bad, I still haven't seen Sonic 3 yet.
Yeah, same.
No, dude, I haven't had a chance to go to the theater.
What about you guys see Nosferatu?
Yep, I did
What'd you
see
think?
that. I liked
Nosferatu.
it. I'd say that it might be an acquired taste for certain people.
100%.
And like for me, I never saw the original, which I think was good because, from what I understand, the remake basically follows the same plot as the original,
Parts of it. Yeah.
albeit with different things that are more explicit.
The original is 1932, whatever. Silent. I had the
1920s.
20s, yeah.
22.
I used to have it, but I sold it. The original Blu-rays of the 10 Universal monsters, and that was one of them. It was just a silent film. It was good though.
See,
and that was German made.
So check this out. I found out, or it was announced after Nosferatu, that Robert Eggers is going to be doing a werewolf film.
Yep, heard the same.
And I got excited because I watched the Wolfman, the new one.
You did.
Oh, I heard it's called Wolf, though, right?
It's called Wolfman.
It's Wolfman.
I heard it was horrible.
Look, the story in and of itself is fine. It's just, it shouldn't be called Wolfman because the werewolf design, no, it looks more like a rabid guy with hair loss
and leprosy.
It's not a werewolf. It doesn't even look like a werewolf. And that's the thing is, I watched a video where the director was explaining about how he didn't want to do the same thing as everyone else, which I can appreciate. It's just the thing is, you're doing a fucking werewolf movie. Okay, who cares if people have done werewolves before? You're making a movie called Wolfman. Okay, at the very least, I'm a big proponent of the werewolf design. Like, you got to make it look good.
Yeah.
You can take some creative liberties. Everybody has their own creative liberties taken with werewolves. But man, this thing did not look like a werewolf in the slightest.
And the transformation in a werewolf film is almost like a money shot in an adult film. It's almost like what people are looking for.
Well,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the more frustrating part about the Wolfman, because they do get up and close and personal with the transformation at certain parts where it's like, okay, you got some neat practical effects there, but the payoff just isn't there.
Yeah.
It would be like, I mean, obviously these transformation scenes, like, this is nothing compared to something like American Werewolf in London, but
yeah.
But I'll give you other ones, dude. The Monster Squad werewolf was great too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought, dude, Michael Jackson in Thriller, when he turned into the whole thing, he looked great too.
Yeah.
But honestly, that movie's story, and it made no sense. And what they were trying to incorporate with the whole themes and what the monster represented in that movie, like, it was a half-baked idea, and it made no fucking sense. It's like
the execution was not very good.
No, and what, like, do you care about spoilers? because they straight up do like the whole put him out of his misery part, and it's like this isn't working in like other movies where I've seen this. Like again, American Werewolf in London or The fucking Fly.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Like those death scenes were fucking devastating. Like
fuck, I'll take the 2010 Wolfman death scene. Like that one had more emotional impact than this new werewolf film, and it's like I know a lot of people don't like the 2010 remake. I like it. I think Benicio del Toro does a good job. I like Anthony Hopkins in it as well. You know, they were actually going to make a sequel to that movie that followed Hugo Weaving's character because now he has a werewolf curse, and it would have been him trying to chase down Jack the Ripper.
Yeah. In Underworld too, the Lycans, when they didn't do the non-CGI one, what was it, Daniel, the one who was like held up in chains that they let go, he looked fucking great too.
Yeah. But yeah, the new movie just very disappointed. Very disappointed.
So in the script, this is what the survivors have been doing after they fortified their position. They just randomly doing whatever they want in the mall. Mm-hmm. Either shopping or trying on stuff, breaking in.
But
even with the camera there, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Even with these more Universal monster adaptations that they're doing, I can appreciate that they're at least trying to make them, horror movies and trying to modernize them to some extent. But I don't think they're really sticking the landing like they should be. I mean, to even say that, like, don't set the bar too low here. Like, don't try and say, well, at least they're doing better than their attempt to make a Universal, this monster verse with that Mummy movie with Tom Cruise. It's like,
I was gonna say, that movie was terrible.
Shit. Yeah, it was awful. Like, they're trying, like, don't try and go for this Marvel reject bullshit. Like, just,
you know what? I'm going to throw shade at that because Universal started it. They started the shared universe thing.
That is true, but at the same time, once they go in that circle, and then Marvel has kind of kept it relevant in the cultural zeitgeist, don't try and copy that. Like, try and do it the way only you could do it. Again, I mean, like, I know not everyone. Frankenstein meets the Wolfman may not be the best one, but it was still a good attempt to at least bring those two characters together. But
I thought Bride of Frankenstein was the best for that. I like that movie. Yeah, because they have both. If you count that.
But I mean, like, where you're bringing like two of the different monsters, like Frankenstein's monster and the Wolfman. But what was missing there, I mean, especially for me, was like, I mean, I love Bela Lugosi, but to me, he's Dracula here, not Frankenstein. Yeah, right. I got my monster figures right here. So
considering that they decided to put John Carradine as Dracula, like the ultimate crossover would have been Boris Karloff's Frankenstein, Lon Chaney Jr.'s Wolfman, and Bela Lugosi's Dracula. You get all three of those guys in their respective roles in one film, boom, magic.
Yeah, of that time, that was like the dilemma that we had with Freddy vs. Jason not being Kane. Same kind of thing back then. Yeah, Monster Squad did it great, man. Every single one of those fucking monsters looked great. Even the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
The last of the Universal monsters. I actually watched it earlier this week. I watched it again.
How they did the underwater shots in that movie back then blows my mind, dude.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and the guy in the suit, he just died a couple of years ago. He was like 99 years old.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
I'm still curious because Ted White was a stunt coordinator on that movie. And I'm wondering. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So it kind of makes me wonder, was he at any point the stunt guy for the creature? Because that would be amazing.
They said the Italian guy did it all. It was like a little Italian guy. Because if you think about it, you have to be little to be in that suit and still look normal. You know what I'm saying? Longer and stuff. Yeah. So he died. Rico something Italian name. Like he was at a convention a couple years ago. I went to 5 years ago.
Oh yeah. But just to entertain that thought
would be
for
cool.
just a second. Like just to think about it. Like if Ted White, let's say, was like a stunt guy for the creature itself, it'd be kind of interesting. Jumps out of the water like the creature, and then next thing you know, he's jumping out like fucking Jason.
Right.
Like two different generations of our favorite monsters in horror.
Yeah,
by
And they're
one
both
man.
creatures of the lake, if you think about it.
That's true.
Now that I did a couple movies with makeup, like you realize that somebody who does like the Tar Man in Return of the Living, that motherfucker got to be like 130 pounds to still look skinny with all that stuff on.
Yeah.
him, you know?
Yeah, he's actually a skinny guy. Very skinny.
Yeah.
You know what? Speaking on that, Peter, would you ever be willing to do a Friday the 13th fan film where you suit up as Savini Jason?
I was supposed to for Rosebud for that scene, but then Jason was there, Cody was there, Sean was there, and I'm like, do I have to fly back? And then I'm like, Jason's taller. I mean, but you could have got away with it because that shot you really don't know.
Yeah.
I would. Everyone always says to do it, but I feel like I'm not tall enough. But because I love the character so much, you know what I'm saying? That I feel like I do it injustice. But everyone's like, "Oh, dude, it would fit you." So I guess at this point, because I've already done what I had to do, yeah, I would do it and add a little different flavor to it, a little more, I don't know, aggressiveness.
I'd like to see like a full-fledged movie where Jason is the Savini Jason.
That's what Rosebud 2 was going to be.
Wow.
Yeah, he came back and from hell, and then Rose is still alive, and Tina goes on with her life, and it's pretty cool. It's supposed to play out like that. And the Duke lives because he's stuck in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just sucks that character is practically like meaningless as far as lore is concerned. And Jason Goes to Hell, though.
Yeah.
That like, if they had introduced the Duke in the franchise earlier, and then have him come back, like, just as an example, what if the Duke was introduced in Part 4, and then he comes back in Part 6 because guess what? Jason's back, and he teams up with Tommy to try and take down Jason. And then you don't see him for 7 or 8.
Yeah, and then he comes back.
And then he comes back for Jason Goes to Hell. It's like, hey, remember the Duke? Well, he's back. Instead, now it's
when I interviewed Adam Marcus, he said something really fucking cool. He said that it was originally supposed to be Tommy Jarvis, but when was it New Line at that point bought the rights, they didn't buy the rights for the Tommy Jarvis character, which is crazy. Like
they just had the rights to Jason.
Yeah, so they couldn't use Tommy Jarvis, so he made up the Duke because of that. Think how cool that would have been if Tommy Jarvis came back.
Well, as long as he didn't go out like the Duke did in that movie.
Yeah, I think it would have been different for sure.
That would have been a big kick to the balls. Like, he would have done the whole, hey, maggot head, remember me?
Yeah.
And he gives him the hug of death. It's like,
yeah. No, because he's a way bigger star than the main girl was at that point,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I fucking hate Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah. The only thing I ever liked in that film was the Duke. It was the only thing that was like, man, where did he come from? Like,
I like the idea of having connected to Evil Dead with the Necronomicon.
Yeah.
And the
I like the
Kandarian
idea.
deck.
Yeah, I like the idea. I mean,
Also, there's no like brash characters in Friday 13th. Like, he's the only one that's a smart ass, that's cocky. Like, it doesn't really exist in that world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as fighting Jason.
Yeah.
And you know what? Now that you mention Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday, a long time ago, I came up with the idea called Evil Friday, or Evil Friday, which is basically the sequel to or the real Jason Goes to Hell. Remember, I came up with that idea when James Dyer came back, except he's a sheriff. He's the sheriff of Crystal Lake.
Yeah, yeah.
I told you that I came up with the script, but somehow I just lost a spark for it.
Yeah,
I lost a spark for it, and I would like to give you the script for it. So if you would like to work on it, go on ahead.
Yeah. Well, Vengeance 1 does the Necronomicon. That's how Jason comes back. It's in 2 a little too.
Yeah, exactly. I remember. So, and the reason why it was called Evil Friday is because Jason Goes to Hell, like the timeline takes place in 2003, I think, and then Ash vs. Evil Dead takes place in 2013, so 10 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Ash vs. Evil Dead came out in 2013, and I thought, how cool would it be if if Ash actually got to take on Jason because of take him on.
Did you ever read the comic?
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I never watched it. Read it.
Oh, it's great, dude. Yeah, Jason versus what is it called? Jason versus
Freddy versus Jason
versus Ash. Yeah,
Ash.
dude.
Yeah.
I have the mask at the end. He gets shot with a shotgun by Ash, and his lower mask gets blown off, and his face, his teeth are just hanging out.
Oh,
it's an awesome look.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. So basically, the concept of Evil Friday was basically 10 years after Jason Goes to Hell. The Voorhees mansion or estate is being torn down, but apparently the mayor is going to be like the mayor from Jaws. He doesn't want anybody going near that house, or so. Because of that, the mayor had to open up Crystal Lake and turn into like a haunted place or something. But then somehow a haunted attraction, to bring in more money. But some people are against it because of the whole tragedy of, what this man had done to this town. And apart from that, hold on. But then this local kid who sort of broke into the old Voorhees house, found the Necronomicon, and read from it, thus resurrecting Jason. And so because of that, Jason is back from hell. Savini Jason, back from hell, wielding a pitchfork. And so the reason why he has... Now, nothing could stop him now because he has his pitchfork or his trident. And that's basically sort of I don't know, like a strong thing if he's attached to it, like it has its own, like an owner.
Yeah. Well, Savini said that he got it from defeating the devil. And he came back. He calls it a trident, but he came back with the trident. That's how strong Jason is, Savini Jason. I love that backstory,
That's a really cool idea.
Yeah.
So basically, Jason is not immortal, but he's powerful. He's an unstoppable force. Nothing could stop him. He's like the fucking Terminator. But the only way they could stop him is if somehow they could recite from the Necronomicon to find a way to send Jason back to hell. That's when Ash and his Delta and his Airstream breaks down. And where else? Crystal Lake. Just in time on Friday the 13th. And during the fight, not only James Deere, Tommy Jarvis, Tina, Nick, because James Dyer is now the official sheriff of Crystal Lake, the Crystal Lake PD. Because, something nice for Peter. To remember his sister and his brother.
That makes sense, though, because I had a problem with the original sheriffs in Fall Camp Bloods. That makes sense.
Yeah. Hey, man, you know what? As a quick side note, when I did the Indiegogo, when I had subscribed or whatever, I had where my name was in the film. My character was one of the police officers,
deputies
in the opening of the film.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
dude.
Yep.
Holy shit! I never thought about that till you just said it. Yeah.
Yep. That was really cool.
I'm trying to find that picture with the Freddy versus Jason versus Ass mask because I own it, but it's away.
Did you say versus ass?
Ash
versus ass. Yeah, it's porno.
Jason versus ass.
Yep. Yeah. So basically, Sheriff Dyer, Tommy Jarvis, Tina, Nick, Duke, or no, not the Duke, or the OC for who sort of accidentally screwed the pooch by from the book, bringing Jason back from the dead, and
Was
Ash.
Was it you,
what?
Carter? Are you?
No, another one, possibly. And Rose was supposed to come back though to help take down Jason.
Characters. Where the hell are these guys coming from?
Yeah, that's cool. Hey, here's I found it. That's from the comic. See how his face?
Oh shit! Wow.
Oh,
damn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it's he has scratches.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, he blew the bottom of his face off basically with the shot. It was pretty
I
cool.
can see his gums. Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and so in order to defeat him, so it
Oh,
takes a
hello.
whole
Oh,
two
hello.
two
Damn,
psychics.
wasn't expecting that.
Damn, damn. Oh,
That's
and got the extended
nice.
cut.
Nice shot.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Yeah, so the idea for Evil, and after the events of Evil Friday, after Jason's defeated by the survivors, they use the pitchfork and they ram it through him, thus making him sort of kill him. While he is, after he gets skewered like a pig, Lucifer, the devil, comes back up. He's like, "There you are, you son of a bitch!" Like he's like round two, but like he's like, "Oh no, you don't." It's like, "You're coming back to hell with me." And after that,
No Pinhead.
no Pinhead.
No Pinhead.
Mm-mm. No Pinhead.
Gentlemen, what seems to be the problem?
Mm-hmm. So Jason goes back to hell again. The mayor, in the process, gets killed at Camp Crystal Lake attraction because of his negligence and being a greedy shit. After that, Ash is on his way, thus kicks off Ash versus Evil Dead. And we do a post-credit scene where Ruby is on the trail.
Oh, you got Ruby in here? Wow.
Ruby.
Yeah, except Ruby Nobi. She's basically one of the spoilers if you haven't seen the show. She's one of the dark ones who wrote the Necronomicon.
Oh yeah,
Lucy Lawless' character.
Yeah. I fucking love that show. I thought it was great.
Yeah. She's not like she. So in the first episode of Ash vs. Evil Dead, we see her, on the hunt looking for Ash in the Necronomicon but she has the Kandarian dagger. So basically, Ruby is looking for Ash in the Necronomicon along with Ash's severed hand.
That's cool from part 2.
So it would have been an interesting concept to lead up to Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Yeah.
And the way the way she gets Kandarian dagger was sort of I don't know how she gets Kandarian dagger back, but it was destroyed and thus dragged to hell. I'm pretty sure the devil gave it back to her, fixed it, and just gave it back to her for being loyal to him.
Oh, she's got her finger on the trigger, Carter.
Oh, god damn it! Don't worry, it's a fucking single action. It won't fire.
That's just
I did Savini Jason cosplay for Monster Mania. It came up the other day. I got to post it. I have the video. So I walked into the room. There's got to be 500 people in there. And I had my buddy behind me, Brian, with the speakers, with the music. I remember that character just came out in the game like a week before that.
Wow.
So, and he's walking with me. So you hear that Savini music while I'm walking. And that trident is from Savini Specs. It was $500. We had it 3D printed.
Wow.
And so, I figured I'd win because everyone's doing shit they've ever done before, And it looked pretty good, but I didn't fucking. They gave it to a fucking mummy on rollerblades.
Really?
Yeah, it's all rigged, like it's who's friend and shit. I'm like a mummy on rollerblades versus fucking Savini, like you fucks.
Man, what cheap shit.
And I'm not saying that just because it was me, but as a Jason fan, if I would have saw somebody do that, I'd be like, oh, that's cool, it's different, you know?
Fucking Savini Jason, hell yeah.
Yeah. Dude, there's a girl that goes. I forgot her name. She's phenomenal. Every year she goes, she wins. She was female alien. She was female predator, and then she was the last one I seen her at. She was the labyrinth. You guys ever see the labyrinth?
Yeah,
Pan's Labyrinth.
No, the labyrinth.
The one with
David Bowie.
David Bowie. Jennifer Connelly.
And then he throws the child in the air. Well, she was him, the Dream King or whatever his name is. And
Goblin
she had her
King.
own kid dressed the way he was, and she was throwing him in the air.
Oh,
and
wow.
she won. It was awesome. Yeah.
Damn.
Then she was female Pinhead one year. I got a picture with her.
The Cenobite. So, hey, Pete, do you think what is your opinions on Wild West films, on westerns?
Me?
Yeah,
it was kind of before my time, but I mean, I love Unforgiven. I love a couple of them.
Okay. So, what do you think about this idea? Tombstone Undead Nightmare.
Undead Nightmare. Is that the name you mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, there's this video game by Rockstar called Red Dead Redemption, but they did a spin-off called Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare, which basically zombies in the Old West. So Tombstone Undead Nightmare is a play on, the movie Tombstone, where, the big shootout at the OK Corral takes place a few months after the shootout, White Herb, Doc Holliday, stuff like that. Basically, it's like Red Dead Redemption Nightmare meets Tombstone. Like, stuff's going down right there. Stuff's going down, zombies and all that kind of stuff. We got there's horses. It's a very interesting concept.
Yeah, definitely. I love Young Guns. You guys ever seen that? 1 and 2?
Yeah, that's...
You don't usually see like zombie films set in like the Old West or any, like, because a lot of the zombie films you see, they're always taking place in like a modern day, like a contemporary setting, but you don't really see it in like.
There was that one Red something. Derek Mears is in it, where it's the Nazis in the snow as zombies.
Oh, Dead Snow.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is, Tom Savini. Yeah, the first time we met him, I think he was a little stoned. He was stoned.
Yeah, when we met him, he was kind of like kind of out of it. I mean, I had him sign this drawing that I did. I have to find the books again, but it was a picture of Freddy and Jason, but the face was split. Half of it was Jason, the other half was Freddy with his glove. It was a drawing that I had come up with, and I had him sign it. I had Tom Savini sign it.
Dude, I went through my like saved pictures and stuff like that, and I got your drawing that you sent me.
Oh wait, which one was it?
Fuck, I forget now. It was just pencil on paper, and it was a Jason mask with I'll look for it tomorrow again. I saw it though. It was brand, like I put it in like cardboard and paper and protector.
Man, I forgot that
it was a smaller paper. It was like this big. Yeah. I forgot now.
Yeah, I can't believe I don't remember. Huh.
You remember sending one though, right?
Yeah. I actually sent a couple. I remember I was in that contest for Roseblood.
Which one did you do there?
So it was one where I had recreated, or I had drawn up the scene where Rose had summoned up Michael Myers from behind.
Maybe that's the picture I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that one. Then there was another one that I sent you. I'm trying to remember though which one. I'm trying to remember when I sent it to.
Yeah, I remember there was a contest and there was a top 3 for that. One was Jeremy, the Amos brothers, ripped the face off. That was one drawing.
Yep.
Another one was Brett being stabbed with the sickle scythe, and I forgot the third one. Oh, it was Tina in the middle and Jason and Michael on one side, or Rose in the middle or something like that. I forgot.
Well, shit. Well, at least we're not fighting a horde of bikers and looters.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I mean, in the story.
Forward by accident. What exact timestamp do you guys have right now?
I am at 2:05:31.
Same.
Yep. 36, 37. Yep.
Hey, on the bridge.
Caleb.
Yes, sir.
Just gotta ask, have you sent it yet? The game.
Oh, it. No, I have not.
Okay.
I will.
You'll let me know.
Yeah, I need to go out tomorrow. I'm gonna try and do it tomorrow. I'll let you know. I'll send you if they provide me with a tracking number, then I'll just message it to you, and then because I'm gonna put something else in there besides the game. Little care package for you.
How did Danner and you guys meet?
So,
Blue Oyster?
no.
No.
it was a live stream with Bacon Pew Pew, Brett from Good Real Hunting.
What happened to that dude?
He's still around. He's an officer now. He's police officer now.
Yeah,
I would never guess that in 100 years.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I just want to go to his area right now and just see if I could get pulled over for speeding. It's like, no. I want to get pulled over by Bacon.
Yeah.
So I can literally do that. I smell bacon.
But yeah, so it was a live stream that Bacon was hosting. He invited myself, Brett, and Danner to watch A Nightmare on Elm Street. And during the film, when one of the characters gets hung in the jail cell by Freddy with a cloth, with the bed sheet, I made a joke. I said, Epstein didn't kill himself.
Yeah.
And this guy just he thought it was a riot. So, and that's what started our little journey.
It's like, why didn't I think of that before? I mean, that was still popular at the time. Why didn't I think, oh, maybe they saw this movie and figured, okay, how do we get rid of this guy now that he's in jail? Okay, yeah.
That's another one. 40-something years, I think the facility was there. It's no one's ever committed suicide. No one's ever attempted to commit suicide. Both security guards fall asleep, and all the security tapes get erased. You're like, give me a fucking break.
Yeah.
Hey,
is that out of a movie or what?
Right?
Hey, Hillary, I was watching this movie with that burn victim. I think this is how we do it.
I love when they do the split of him, because I remember back then I was in high school, and it's like, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Cut. I did have sexual relations with that woman.
Oh, God.
Screw it. Come here, Hillary.
Hey, you know who did the best Bill Clinton impression? Phil Hartman.
Oh, yeah. Do you remember the story with him? His wife was an alcoholic and fucking killed him?
Yeah. And that sucks.
Well, damn.
People have no idea like how comedy works. If you don't have a straight guy like him, then the people that are nuts like Farley, it doesn't work. You need the contrast.
Yeah.
Now, I loved when he voiced Clinton in The Simpsons, getting abducted by aliens. What's happening? Is it noon already?
Hillary Clinton in South Park, snooking my sniz.
You lick that skunk. Actually, Hillary is bi or les. I guess whatever applies.
God.
So funny. I would never imagine Pew Pew would be a bad boys cop.
I'm gonna look up Pew Pew right now. Is his page still Bacon Pew Pew? What is his page?
I think he renamed it to Bearded Bacon.
Bearded Bacon. I gotta admit though, Bacon Pew Pew was just a lot funnier. Like if I tell people about Bacon Pew Pew, they always giggled.
The fucking finger on the goddamn trigger, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank God they did this at night. And it was so fucking loud because you got engines revving in there.
No kidding. I wouldn't expect it to be as quiet as a church mouse.
Huh.
Nah. Oh, maybe if those were.
I can't find them on YouTube.
Weird.
Bacon Pew Pew?
Or Bearded Bacon?
I tried Bearded Bacon. Dr. Beard came up or some shit.
That's weird.
Bearded Bacon. Podcast I should write maybe? The Bearded Butcher podcast? That's not it.
No.
Dude, I wouldn't have thought that guy's name or remembered him ever until you said it just now.
Oh, wow.
Now, for me, it's hard to forget him.
Only because he was around just like in the beginning. Like maybe I was on a podcast with him or part of one with him, and then I didn't see him again after that.
Yeah. I mean, we were doing a lot of like crossovers, like appearing on other people's channels back in the day, which sounds weird to say. It's like it's only 2 or 3 years ago.
Still, can't believe it's been that long.
Right. South Carolina on Bacon, right? Yeah, I believe he is in South Carolina. One of the Carolinas. I think you're right, though. I think it is South Carolina. No, there's quite a few people I want to meet on the East Coast. You're one of them, Peter.
Come to the Northeast, bro. Best pizza in the world, New Haven.
Yeah, I've heard quite a bit.
There's three of them on the same road. Like usually when they do the top 10, there's three. They're all on the same road.
Oh, now we get into play.
When did this become the Three Stooges?
I know, right?
Probably around when I made the Epstein joke again.
I'm talking about the movie. Like they're fucking literally pieing the zombies
and
seltzering them.
Yep. This is so stupid.
I'm a victim of circumstance.
My dad says no, Chicago pizza.
Sir, I'll have to respectfully disagree.
I think I'll be the judge of it.
They're totally different.
I don't think I've had a proper Chicago pizza. I don't think. I haven't even. See, there was a local pizza joint in our area. It was run by a family of New York Puerto Ricans, and it was so good. But then they left, and then they got replaced by another pizza place, and that place was terrible.
Yeah,
we had it there. We went there once, and it's like, my God, same building but different people running it, and it's like the new stuff is just no.
Now it's just Pizza Hut.
Ha ha ha!
Oh wait,
Actually,
no, Papa John's.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Papa John's. Fuck.
That's what's funny. When I moved to Florida in like 2000, 2002, I was like, hey, I didn't realize that I was so lucky that I lived in New Haven with all the best pizza, because I was just, that's what it is. It's kind of like living on the shore and having good seafood. Yeah. And I'm like, hey, what's the best pizza down here? They're like, fucking Papa John's. I go, are you fucking joking? And they're like, oh no, it's great. they're like naive to it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's fucking crazy.
That is crazy.
Take Little Caesars over Papa John's.
That's like when Q came here, Jaquint. We had seafood because he lives in Detroit, and there's not really any seafood. He's so far from water.
Yeah.
You know, you don't get fresh seafood really.
Yeah, I'm not a seafood guy.
No.
It's just not.
I didn't realize. He's like, why does it say catch of the day? I'm like, the fisherman caught it in the morning, and now you're eating it. And anywhere else, like Middle America, it's frozen or shipped, or
right.
Long John Silver's.
Yeah.
No, you have not had a proper Chicago pizza. Yes, New York, New Jersey pizza was the best for Central Texas. Giovanni's in Round Rock, Texas was very reliable Italian joint. See, that's the thing. I like the Italian pizza.
Well, in New Haven, it's called Abitz. It's called Abizza. So if you see the sign, there's only 4 places that have it. So it's a brick oven pizza, and it's burned on the bottom.
Oh, okay.
It's very thin, and that's how the style is.
Nice.
If you go to like Dave Portney, he does the reviews.
Mm-hmm.
It's his highest reviews are New Haven, and he claimed New Haven's the best in the world. And there's been tons of people over the years. There's so many famous people on the walls in there.
So what you're telling me is I need to come up to New Haven, and you're going to take me out to a pizza place.
I'll take you out to all of them, man. We'll hit a different one every day. We'll go see where the Constitution was signed and everything too.
Hey, I got vacation time coming up. Might use some of it. Actually, what I want to do is I want to go on a road trip up north. I want to go meet Brett. I want to meet you, Peter, and I think the last stop will be Canada for Danner.
Where's Brett? Ohio?
No, he's in Georgia, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Right?
I don't know.
Oh my God. Was it Georgia? Oh God. No, wait, no, not Georgia. Tennessee.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought he was Midwest somewhere.
I think Tennessee.
I believe so.
Cody Huskins, he's from Tennessee too.
Oh, okay.
Now, all this talk about pizza makes me wonder, how come we never see the Ninja Turtles have any of this kind of pizza that we've been talking about in any of the movies?
Marketing fucking play right there. That's a good idea.
Well, all they ever have in the movies are Domino's and Pizza Hut.
Yeah. Well, because they're kind of poor, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Product placement. You got to sell your shit.
Yeah. Remember in the original movie, which by far is the best, and the guy was 3 minutes late and he got the free pizza?
Yeah.
Because that's how Domino's used to be if they were late.
Yeah, well, now Domino's is really fast. And they always say, yeah, I'll be there in 45 minutes. Ding dong, 15 minutes later. Huh.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I
know
guess
I'm
you
older,
get a good
but Pizza Hut's back in the day, it was like the spot to be, like in the Pizza Hut. They had like video games in there and all kinds of cool shit.
The stained glass lights.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, but that's just the problem with every fucking any sort of fast food joint you go to anymore. They all look just depressing now.
Yes.
Like they're all boxy, gray, brown,
all
black,
cookie cutter. All cookie cutters.
Yeah. It's manufactured. It's like corporate manufacture.
Yeah.
Like they all look the fucking same. They lack personality anymore. Like there's no uniqueness anymore. And it's like they just don't want you to be there anymore. It's like you hate it here and we hate you being here. So just order in.
Yes.
We'll deliver it to your house or just use
you
the
couldn't
fucking
nail it any better, dude.
No.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Since you just got me on Facebook now, it's like you're going to see me posting this shit a lot where it's like, look at what they took from us. Like, just recently I posted something about what McDonald's was in the 90s. It's like,
dude, I just posted about the playground, McDonald's playground, like 2 weeks ago.
It's like they didn't just take this from us who are nostalgic for these things. It's like you had to keep some things alive for newer generations, but in this day and age where everyone is just so technopathic, I guess you could say, where they just, I'm just wow.
Everybody's scared of getting in trouble or sued, you know? That's everybody everywhere.
There's no human interaction in these places anymore because now it's just place your order on a fucking touchscreen kiosk and then the food comes out on a conveyor belt.
Yeah. Dude, I just flew in from Baltimore 2 days ago for a job interview, and the airports are automated. A lot of the little fucking, food, or get a water or a fucking newspaper. I'm sitting there, I'm holding my shit, and I'm looking at the person. We won't get into the person, but just imagine what they look like, right? I'll go purple hair. And then they're just sitting there staring at me. And I'm just sitting there looking at them, and they're like looking at me, and they're like, I'm a dick. And then I kind of look to the left, and I see this machine. It's a but there's no sign or anything, And I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to fucking self-check out. They're paying this fuck to just sit there and stare at people. So then I had to put my water and then self-check out and leave. I'm like, I just hate it. I hate it. And people are like, oh, they do that so the prices go down the products. Bullshit. They do that so their profit goes up.
Yeah.
We have family in Boston, so we need to go up to the Northeast.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Domino's was then when they went to shit, and then recently the past years have rebounded. At the end of the day, the business who spends the dollars on the product has a good name and delivers with stellar service.
No way. Dollars. He said dollars.
Yeah, whatever.
That's like, dude, if you remember, I know you guys are younger, but 20 years ago, Subway was like good. And it was like clean food, and you got like real meat and real bread. And then they got super corporate and they just cut everything down. It was all processed and shit. And that's why you got like Subway with mics and shit coming back out and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I don't touch Subway anymore. Like I always get sick after I eat from there. It's like, no more.
Yeah.
There's one literally across the street from my house.
And Danner, it's like you said, it's really small. They don't even want you in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When human interaction is stymied, civilization dies.
Yep.
Yeah. But again, if I keep talking about how bland everything's gotten, I mean, even with our fucking bottles and soda cans, like this is what Dr. Pepper looks like now. Remember when it had like the red little bubbles and the red line going across, and it was more angled? I mean, just watch Spider-Man. To see what the Dr. Pepper looked like back in that day. And of course, like Coke and Pepsi, what have they done to the designs lately? Nothing. It's just slap a logo on it and give it a color scheme and do nothing at all. I know it's a stupid thing to complain about, maybe for some, but I don't know. I just appreciate that there was more effort and creativity being put in even to the most simple things once upon a time. Now it's
I'll
just
give you one. Was it
What?
Mountain Dew? I forgot what the drink was.
Mountain Dew.
I forgot. As a baseball player, fuck, he's a great player. He hit a home, or maybe it was Otani. He hit a home run, and there was a Mountain Dew. It might not be Mountain Dew, so forgive me. A huge digital LED sign in a baseball park, and Otani hit it so hard that he hit a corner and it broke the LED lights off the Mountain Dew. And it was a big famous home run. And from then on, the Mountain Dew, when they printed it, had a little piece missing of color, exactly like the LED that he hit.
Oh wow!
So that was pretty cool marketing, I thought.
That is, yeah.
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 Look at that fucking phone. Jesus.
Was that really a good time to get a blood test? Or...
No.
Nope.
Oh, very, very obvious styrofoam, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Wow.
He says in the interview he wishes he colored the styrofoam before they did it.
Oh well, you learn as you go.
Yeah, it turns out where Tom Savini's character falls off the railing, he almost died in that stunt because he was this close to missing the mattresses below.
You ever see him, like how athletic he was back in the day? He could do like double flips.
Yeah,
and
he
stuff.
was.
Yeah.
Very athletic.
Oh, gnarly.
I think he was I think he did gymnastics in his high school days.
Yeah, maybe. He's from Pittsburgh.
This dumbass.
Yeah, it must be really messed up, man. His friend, they survived for so long together, and then now here we go.
The stakes raise.
Didn't Otani's ball go for millions on that shot, Peter?
I think so. So I'm glad I'm right about Otani, but I forgot the drink. We can Google it, but it might have been Mountain Dew.
Yep, he's screwed.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you might as well just end it.
Light it up like fucking Loomis.
Coors Light, Otani.
Okay.
So it was a beer.
Yeah.
And
so
a
when he
pretty
hit
shitty.
it, it broke. So see that? See the Coors Light had that black spot on every can because that's how he knocked it out of the LED.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty smart whoever came up with that.
Yeah.
Still, it's kind of a crappy beer.
Well, at least it's not Bud Light, right?
Yeah.
Especially these days.
Yeah, well, don't
They
worry.
did sign a big deal with UFC.
That
though.
scar will heal.
I guess.
It'll heal. It'll heal.
I mean, it's still shitty beer, though. So
That's
you can't
true.
really fix that, can you?
No.
It's just they did what, 50 years, 70 years of basically being Americana with the Clydesdales and all that,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Clydesdales are very iconic.
Mm-hmm.
Bud Light all days is piss beer, just like Jack Daniel's whiskey. They can fuck off.
Some deep-rooted anger there.
Yeah, when Bud Light came out with that, whole Dylan Mulvaney bullshit.
Yeah. I saw the whole thing on it. So I'd like to be fair with it. So they sent out, I don't know what it was, 100 different influencers, beers with just their face on it, just like a 12-pack or whatever, only to that person. But the problem is when that happened, Budweiser refused to apologize. If you remember, that was the big thing of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I guess skateboarders got it, like all different kinds of people got it.
Mm-hmm.
But
So, Caleb, you hear that music?
Mm-hmm.
It turns out that Seth Green used this music in the Robot Chicken sketches.
Those are so great.
I don't remember this music in particular being used in Robot Chicken.
Yes, it is. You know the.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, now I hear it.
The Jason and the Michael skits in those are so great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit! This is not good.
It's sad because that was our friend, and now he's a zombie.
Yep, and he knows.
His finger's still on the trigger, Carter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Careful,
but I'm pretty sure he
ran.
I'm pretty sure he ran out of ammunition, but he knows about the false wall.
How do you feel about that Olympic guy that one would shoot it all weird? Remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Middle Eastern guy. He
There's
didn't.
no way if someone showed you a picture of that guy and you say he's the best shooter in the world, you'd be like, "What? He doesn't even know how to hold it," you know?
And he didn't even have to close one eye to do the aiming. He just.
Yeah. Everyone else has the glasses with the one eye closed, the black part out. Yeah.
Not him. He just both eyes open, aim, boom, bam. He's the winner.
You'd go to that house to rob that guy thinking, "Oh, this is fucking easy." Next thing you know is a bullet through your head.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What are you waiting for, dude? Just get some shit and barricade the damn door. Quick.
See, the problem I have here is the inconsistency. They can barely hold the rail or walk. Yet when that guy came out, I don't know what the fuck it was, the flame, they were all like jumping back and,
Yeah.
I think they were still tinkering with how they act.
Okay, I'm really skeptical about these subtitles. It literally just said, Jesus Christ, beer.
I don't have subtitles on mine.
Oh, I switch them on if I'm on YouTube.
You can put subtitles on for the YouTube video.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Pete.
That's okay.
Not you. Zombie
Eric.
shot.
Yeah,
Yeah, the character Pete. Sorry, Pete.
his brains on the back wall.
Yep.
I like it. It looks like a Jackson Pollock painting.
Don't put that in with my things.
Point that thing somewhere else.
Eat it.
Yep. Well, I guess looks like our temporary home is no longer safe.
Yeah, we can thank those asshole bikers for that.
Yeah, pieces of shit. Yeah, and that is why you should slash the tie. You should have slashed the tie, block them.
Why the hell is the zombie holding an M16 like that?
At his own
Because he
face.
took it.
Yeah.
What he did,
Looks like
super glue to his hands?
He looks like Private
Yeah.
Pile in fucking Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah. Yeah, just holding it.
Yeah.
What side was that, Private Pile?
Yeah.
Left
Are
side.
you sure, Private Pile?
I heard he.
Yeah, you see, if
Yeah, he's also the asshole who thought that weaponizing raptors was a good military strategy.
Yeah. Hey, now I'm talking real life, like at conventions.
Oh,
He sucks.
well, art imitates life, as they say.
Well, you know what? That's a funny thing. When my mother and I went to that convention a couple years ago, I swear to God, he was the only guest wearing a fucking face diaper.
Oh, dude, Derek Mears, same thing all the time.
Oh, no.
God.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. You want me to give you I've been to, I don't know, fucking 50 conventions. You want me to give you the worst fucking person ever?
Tell me.
The fuck's her name from Exorcist? Reagan?
Linda
Linda
Blair?
Blair.
Linda Blair, dude.
Oh,
And I'm not the only one. There's probably 30 people who will agree with me. Long story short, I think we're in Massachusetts. I'm at Kane's table hanging out with Kane. Right to the left is her. So I'm like, you know what? I have the box tin set, the special edition where she does the crab walk.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm going to go get it signed. He's like, no problem. I go in line. It's a decent line. I get like 5 from her, and I can hear her talking to her manager. What a fuck. She's such a piece of shit. She's just sitting there. She's like, how much fucking longer we got to do this shit? He's like, we got 3 more hours. He goes, tell these fucking pieces of shit that I don't want 2 10s. It's 20 fucking bucks. And if they don't give me 20 bucks, I'm not going to fucking sign anything. And I'm like, the people can hear you, you know? And I'm like, fuck that. I got out of line. And the manager's like, hey, why'd you get out of line? I'm like, I'm all set. 2 years later, she's at another one. I'm like, yeah, maybe it was a bad day, you know? I get fucking in line. I'm like 2 from her. And she was just like, don't touch me. When you take a picture, like, stand to the side of me, and then I'm not going to shake your hand. And I was like, fuck this bitch. I'm not going to give you money for that, you know? She just, and it's not like she has a lot of things going on. That's all she has, you know?
Yeah.
Blew my mind.
That sucks.
Yeah. It's like disheartening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, I had the whole "don't touch me" thing. I had the opposite with John Rhys Davies when I met him, because he straight up asked if he could put his hand on me. It's like, of course you can. And then he tickles the back of my ear.
See, now I want to meet
turn
him.
the picture. It's like, yeah, he was a pleasant guy, very pleasant.
It's like, I gotta ask him. It's like, okay, can we do Gimli? Okay, cool. Can we do Sala now? It's like,
yeah.
Which accent are we doing this time around?
I'd personally just go with fucking Gimli. I mean, I love Sala, but Gimli is like a god tier character from Lord of the Rings, like top 5 at least.
You hear it, Caleb?
Yeah, I hear it.
Toss me.
Tell the elf.
Don't tell anyone.
Tell the elf. Not a word.
Right. Holy shit, the movie's over.
Yeah.
Show me this outro, bro, before I fucking pass out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's.
I'm going to be honest. I was kind of tuned out of the movie. Just it was more entertaining for our conversations.
Yeah.
I mean, we paid enough attention to it. We're here. We did the thing, but hanging out, chatting. That's the.
Hey, you know what?
At
least this didn't end up the way it ended up with freaking Casper. You remember the
Casper meets
meets
Casper, like Michael J. Fox Casper?
What?
No, that's Teen Wolf.
It was
Or
a
the
straight.
Frighteners.
It was like a straight to TV movie that we watched with Hilary Duff in there. Casper meets Wendy. It was
with Shelley Duvall. And
It was so
Terry
bad
Gar.
for us that we literally just started watching our own intros and outros. That's how bad it got. And that's the first time we'd done that for a watch long. Just tuned out completely that we turned on something else instead. It's like
I just couldn't do it.
Yeah. Linda completely devoid of any empathy or love for her friends. I hope Sigourney Weaver is not like her. Looking forward to meeting her. Tossing. Yeah, here's the thing about Sigourney Weaver. She, let's just say she has some very interesting friends in high places.
Don't know a lot of them, though.
Yeah.
Right.
But, it's funny because she's so anti-gun even back in the day. But yet, you wouldn't know it because the way she portrays Ripley in Aliens, it's like she's a total badass.
Yeah.
What's her name for Halloween too?
Oh fuck, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah. Oh god damn it.
No. I wanted to meet her. Then I found out about her politics and found out about her son, who is transitioned to a female, but her son is a very fat individual.
How about how after she won the Golden Globe for Everywhere All at Once, she then after
I thought it was an Academy Award.
Or maybe it's Academy Award.
Yeah,
After
Academy.
That, she declined to go to H45. The reunion, the huge reunion in California. What's his name came on? Forgot the guy's name. The guy who does all the conventions, signs everyone, and he said she was on board. And then once she won the award, she basically thought she was better and she didn't need to go, knowing it's basically the last time you're going to see a lot of them. You know, because there are a lot of the sheriff died, so on and so forth.
Right.
So it's pretty fucking shit.
Yep.
Danielle who?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, remember that? And the other girl. And Taylor Scott Compton. She didn't know she was who, and who are you? I'm like, wow, at the reunion. Yeah.
Wow.
Very stuck up. That's stupid.
Yep. She didn't do Madame Leota justice as well. Yes, I did watch that god awful movie because I have no soul.
You watched the Haunted Mansion remake?
Yeah. It didn't hold a candle to the original.
Yeah.
What original? Like the Eddie Murphy one? That movie sucks
at least
too, okay?
Blow me.
There is no good. There is no good Haunted Mansion movie.
Great to see y'all knowing that your future success will come to fruition when you decide there's nothing holding you back but the image in the mirror. Appreciate what y'all do. Muchos gracias.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yes.
Well,
let us go ahead and wrap this up because Peter.
Yeah, I'm about to pass out. Bro.
Yeah. Right. Well, before we go, join us next week or the week after, depending on the situation with one of our masterminds. As we continue with episode 4 with Bram Stoker's Dracula with Gary Oldman.
And Keanu Reeves accent.
And Keanu Reeves, and of course Anthony Hopkins and Winona Ryder.
And one of the naked female vampires is what's her name from Beetlejuice 2?
Monica Bellucci.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
yes, sir.
Big shout out to Sippin' Ice, Rez, Flet's Movie and Pop Culture, 13, Chud's Corner, King of a Nation, Brettman, and
Kyle Flet.
Yeah, I already mentioned him.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I already mentioned him. Thank you all for stopping by in the chat. Big shout out to our Patreon supporters. Their names will appear in the outro. And a very big shout out to Peter Anthony for stopping by. And congratulations on the
stopping by, hanging out.
Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. And congratulations on the death of Snow White, by the way.
Thank you.
Thank you all for stopping by. Stay tuned for the outro, and until next time, the entertainment is out there, and now for something completely different.
Sam, what's the ETA on the pickup? We're up to our heads in zombies. I don't know how much longer we can hold up.
Carter, I have a portal open in the back of the mall. Hurry!
10-4, we're on our way. Just keep that damn portal open as long as you can. Everyone, our rescue squad is here. Follow me, we're heading to the back of the building.
God damn it, where's Carter at?
Undead Horde is relentless. Why are they drawn to portal?
Just keep slaying them, Nikolai. We must clear the way for Carter and the other survivors.
Look there, I see some people coming!
You must be the survivors Carter was talking about. Where is he?
We were cut off by this crazy witch who called herself Muriel. Carter told us to run ahead while he stayed back to fight her.
No, you've got to be shitting me. There's no way in hell I'm letting him fight that bitch alone. Carter, where the fuck are you? We got your friends to safety, now it's time to get your furry ass back here.
Just close that damn portal. I need to finish off Muriel here and now. We can't risk her getting back to Der Eisendrache. I'm sorry, Daner. This is it. Goodbye.
Carter, goddammit, I lost him.
I can't hold this portal open any longer.
Sam, please, you've got to hold this portal open a little longer. We can't leave him.
We can't keep the portal open. The undead are pouring in at high numbers. We'll be overwhelmed.
I'm sorry, Daner. I can't keep it open any longer.
Carter, come in. Come in, Carter. Carter. Oh, mein Gott. Hey, he's gone. Carter's gone.
No, not again.
No, leave him. Let him grieve. He's about to go on another revenge charge. It'll be too dangerous to intervene.
When we were gearing up for your rescue op, that's when she appeared. She was saying something about a power vacuum in some place called the Dark Ether, a vacuum she was going to fill in. All this shit would have sounded crazy to me if I hadn't already encountered the supernatural before.
If Muriel is attempting to claim the Overlord's position of power, who knows who else is going to do the same? Humph. If only Dr. Monty and the Shadow Man were here. Samantha, how's Caleb doing? He hasn't talked since, well, you know.
Not good, Edward. He's closed himself off from everyone. He just keeps holding on to the summoning key, and I think he's talking to someone. Someone from the key itself. I'm not sure how or who,
Guys!
but...
Some crazy news was just released. We just got word that the town we saved those people from, it's been completely destroyed. The government nuked it. There's nothing left.
Oh, no. That's it then. Any chance of him being alive is... It's all gone. Mein Gott. I don't know what to say.
He's not dead.
What? How? How do you know? I mean, where is he?
It's hard to explain, but I know where he is. He's been sent back in time. Specifically, 1890s England.
Who told you?
The summoning key told me.
Oh dear, that wicked old witch, Muriel, is back from the dead. And if that wasn't bad enough, now Carter is trapped in 1890s England. What horrors will he face? Well, join us next time as we check out Bram Stoker's Dracula, part of Special Agent Carter Sauce's Frightful February. So, until then, ladies and gentlemen, remember, the entertainment is out there.
I'm Special Agent Spooky Clutter.
I'm Special Agent Carter Sauce.
Special Agent Dr. Richtofen.
And until next time, fellow investigators, remember.
The entertainment.
The entertainment.
The entertainment.
The entertainment. The entertainment.